fans, and welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. It's kind of like I'm directing an opera or some sort of musical theme, huh? I'm just saying, Monday morning quarterbacks. Hey, good morning to everyone, and thank you for joining us. It is a glorious morning. Today is October 16th, 2021. What a glorious time to be alive, isn't it? We are live on Saturday morning, and of course, no one is safe while we troll the digital airwaves. Join us as we discuss the latest news in the world of sports, and we review the events of the past week. So we are the real rock throwers. No fantasy sports here. We keep it real. And you need to remember, because of such, we kill brain cells. And because of such, we just might be the purveyors of the zombie apocalypse. You have been warned. We are repetitive and redundant. We are the internet's ongoing traffic jam. So thank you for joining us, and it is great. And we already have a few comments. Good morning, Sergio Lomelli. Thank you for joining us. What's the weather like out there, Sergio? Because over here where I'm at in hell, at the world headquarters in Pomona, it is 56 degrees. And wow, it's clear. It's going to reach a high of 88. It's going to be an overnight low of 58. And right now, the humidity is 23%. It is a bit cold, surprisingly. Pressure is 30.02 inches. Visibility, even though it's still dark outside, is a 10-mile sky. And the wind is kind of heading towards the south with a slight east orientation. So it's going south. That way. East. See, that's west. The way, depending on how you're looking at me. And east is that way and north is that way. So, slight orientation. The dew point is 19 degrees. UV index is 0 of 10, of course, at this hour. And the moon phase is a waxing gibbous. Yes, it is getting cold, but you being up there in the mountains, homie, it gets a lot colder for you. Sunrise will be in my area here at 6:57 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:15 p.m. So, looks to be a nice day. Thank goodness. Yesterday was October 15th, and my other persona and the owner of NDB Media, Jedi.tax. Oh my God, it was the last day of the season, which was yesterday. We're begging for a return to normalcy, but it's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. We'll see. So, I've already sent the code to everyone. Sergio, if you'd like to join us this morning, just let me know. We are going to be talking NFL at 7. That's the time where we're going to be choosing our picks. Remember, if you go to our Facebook page, we already have the picks for Sunday posted, as we did for Thursday, so I don't know. We'll go over that in a bit. But today in sports history, wow, quite a bit of stuff happened. Naomi Osaka's birthday is today. She turns 24. Good for her, I suppose. In 1909, in his fourth title defense, Jack Johnson KO'd Stanley Ketchel in the 12th round at Mission Street Arena in Colma, California, to retain his heavyweight crown. Back in 1936, Lou Gehrig is voted American League MVP by the Baseball Writers Association of America. Woo-hoo. Back in 1964, the U.S. men's 4 times 100-meter medley relay team of Thompson, Mann, Bill Craig, Fred Schmidt, and Steve Clark swim world record of 3:58.4 to beat Germany by 3.2 seconds and win gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics. Actually, the Tokyo Olympics were going on. And I believe today in 1968, Americans Tommy Smith. I'm going to put him on blast. Just got the message. Sorry, scorekeeper, alarm didn't go off. I'll be in around 7 to 10 minutes. Yeah, diva. That's the big dog. But, all kidding aside, you know that he had... Okay, I shouldn't be such an asshole to him. I'm still going to be an asshole because it is who I am, but I have to measure my asshole is. Oh, I have to measure how much... Oh, my word! Assoistic! That is... I blew it. Anyway, in 1968, Americans Tommy Smith and John Carlos, Tommy won the gold and Carlos bronze, give the Black Power salute at the 200-meter medal podium during the Mexico City Olympics to protest racism and injustice against African Americans. Today is the image of 1968. Good morning, Gridiron Girl. I guess your gig. That's what Big Dog refers to you as. But we've already received some love from Gridiron Girl and Sergio. So he's my family. All of you. I thank you for joining me today on this early morning. In 1978, test debut of Kapil Dev, India versus Pakistan at Faisalabad. Back in 1983 in the Ryder Cup, golf. PGA National. Oh, don't you hate it when people speak in that tone? He's the Ryder Cup golf. Oh, when they have that in Mexico, we refer to it as, well, people from DF, DF. That's the Distrito Federal, not what you're thinking. But I have been mistaken for a DF and a DMF from time to time. I posted that the other day. That was kind of funny. Anyway, Baltimore Orioles in 1983 beat the Philadelphia Phillies 4-3 in the 80th World Series. Wow. So a lot of big stuff happening today. And in 1988, a little bit of Doyer history. Oral Hershiser first to pitch shutout in playoff and World Series. Neato. Well, all right, folks, that's a quick look at history and sports. Today, I hope you like it. Question. Where do you find lost silverware? Where do you find lost silverware? At the fork in the road. I'll have another one for you guys later. Major League Baseball. Wow. Wow. A lot of stuff going on. Congratulations to the Doyers for going up and taking it to San Francisco. We'll talk about that non-call, which is going to look bad for baseball. Just absolutely horrid call. Look, I am not for the video playback. I'm not for. Look, the last play of the damn game. You cannot have a game end on a bad call like that. You just can't. It looks bad for baseball. This reminds me of the perfect game of Andres Galarraga, or no, his son. Oh yeah, Galarraga, when he threw the perfect game with Detroit, and the umpire called that runner safe, and it was clearly out. Oh, the next day the Tigers made good. Oh my God, they bought the young man a Corvette. Wow. I mean, what a consolation prize, but wow. Baseball had to do something. But again, they screwed up the procedures. I, who am on the outside, no, you cannot appeal a judgment call. You can't in baseball. Otherwise, they'd be appealing every damn thing. So there has to be some semblance of control. But I've always had it in my back pocket. And they've used it from time to time. So I don't know why the pendejos didn't do it back then. But that's why they're not scorekeeper. You appeal the umpire's interpretation of the call. They've done that. They did it last year on another one and something else. You play the game under protest and you appeal the umpire's interpretation of the call. In other words, you're appealing their understanding, whether they made the right call or not. And the minute you get baseball to listen to that, you win. But they're just a bunch of pendejos because they don't even understand that. And see, that's the thing, folks. I didn't have the skill to play Major League Baseball. Duh. That's why I'm here. But what you do is you understand the rules. And every now and then there's a rule that shows up that I don't know about. And I will get to it. But, hey. How do you appeal a judgment call? You protest the game. You play the game under protest. And you appeal the umpire's interpretation of the call. It's in the rules. Scorekeeper for commissioner. Right there. You heard it. Scorekeeper for commissioner. I am against playback, but the calls at the very end of the game. Come on, folks. Come on. But it doesn't take anything away from the Doyers because they did win the game. Actually, it does because it was a bad call like that. But it is what it is. You move forward. It's game 1. Or actually, oh no, that was game 5. And that ended the game. Good morning, Tanya! Thank you for joining us. She's the real professional. So I get all nervous when she shows up. Actually, not as much. But I used to, Tanya, when you became the big sports person that you are now. But respect and admire what you've done because you've seen it through. So we're getting a little bit. We're getting a little bit of love. There it is. We got our third one from Tanya. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So as you know, National Rugby League, their season is done, so we don't have any more updates. In PGA, we're going to take a quick look as we're going to go around the board. And don't forget, folks, at 7 a.m., we're going to start doing our picks for the NFL. And I believe we are in week 6. So today on the leaderboard, the Rolex leaderboard, they're in Las Vegas from the 14th to the 17th in Las Vegas, Nevada, the CJ Cup at the Summit Club. So as of this morning, in first, Keith Mitchell. Wow. Guy's blowing it open at 126 strokes. He is minus 18, leading everyone by 5. And tied for second, Sun Young Kim, Jordan Spieth, Harry Higgs, Adam Scott at 131 and minus 13. Tied for 6th, Ricky Fowler, Tyrell Hatton, Ian Poulter, Eric Van Rooyen, Victor Hovland. Who are these guys? Aaron Wise, Mackenzie Hughes, Cameron Smith, Paul Casey, Robert Streb. All of them are tied for 8th at 133 and minus 11. Wow. So that's a quick look at the NBA. I'm sorry, at the PGA. And we're going to take a look at the LPGA right now. And they are not playing right now. And, of course, the Tour Champions was back in September. So that's a quick look at the PGA right now. NHRA, what do they have? Thunder Valley Nats, Bristol, Tennessee, this weekend, October 15th to the 17th. So I know they're going to be coming back to Pomona. We're going to see if we're going to do some live coverage from there. Probably not, but it's kind of fun to talk about. And Formula One, what are they doing today? Are they having a race right now? Oh, I don't think they do. Actually, they did announce it's a 23 race calendar for 2022. And I'm going to put a link to that one right now where all the races for Formula One are going. And it's now in the chat room. And I'm going to post it real quick. There it is. You can take a look at it. You can take a snapshot. Or just go to Formula One and check it out. And their calendar. The season starts March 20th in Bahrain at the Sakir venue. And then the 27th, Saudi Arabia. April 10th, Australia. April 24th, my brother's birthday. Emilia Romagna in Imola. On May 8th, Miami. On the 22nd, Spain. The 29th, Monaco. On June 12th. That was an important day for me. What was June 12th? Oh, that's the day that I went to church and I said yes for a forever promise. Well, for me, it will remain a forever promise. That's in Azerbaijan and Baku on the 19th of June, Canada, which of course is Montreal. July 3rd, the United Kingdom. Why isn't it in the United States? But whatever. July 10th, Austria. July 24th, France. July 31st, Hungary. August 28th, Belgium. September 4th, the Netherlands. September 11th, Italy. September 25th, Russia and Sochi, where they had the Olympics a while back. October 2nd, Singapore in, you guessed it, Singapore. October 9th, Japan at Suzuka. That is where Danica Patrick won. I believe to date is the only female to have won either NASCAR or Formula One. I'm probably wrong on that. I'm the scorekeeper. So, and October 23rd, USA! And then October 30th, Viva Mexico! Viva Mexico! And there goes my voice already. November 13th, Brazil. And finishing up in Abu Dhabi, November 20th. So that's the season. So exciting stuff. I'm going to have to keep that and add that to my schedule so I can update everyone. So that's a quick look over there. NASCAR. They're in the playoffs, folks. So this weekend, tomorrow, Texas Motor Speedway. October 24th, the Kansas Speedway. October 31st, which is Halloween at the Martinsville Speedway, and November 7th, the Phoenix Raceway, and that's it. It ends on in Phoenix on November 7th. So the Clash starts then again on February 6th of next year. So that's what we have for NASCAR. 4 more races. We're going to give you the quick updated standings. Kyle Larson's in first with 4,065 points. He's up by 42, I believe, or no. Denny Hamlin is at 40-30. Martin Truex is 40-29. Ryan Blaney is 424. Kyle Busch, he who shall not be named, is 423. Chase Elliott. Chase! He does a lot of that. 40-22. Joey Logano is my boy. I don't know. At 40-13, he's minus 11. Brad Keselowski is at 8th at 4,008. So that's the run for the NASCAR Cup. The Cup Series. Infinity. So that's a quick look around sports. And I'm going to surprise you with my second joke, because notice I tell my jokes before the big dog gets in. So we'll see. And hopefully Dream will join us and Speedy as well. But Speedy's been working early in the morning now. So since, as you know, oh, man, I got the same one. I was going to ask you, which one should I have? The peach, the blueberry, strawberry, or the French vanilla? They're both French vanilla. This is my life. This is what I can have now. I have to coat my stomach for my intestine because I've not been very well. I'm back on the antibiotics. I think that's why I'm a little hyper this morning. I've already taken my antibiotics this morning. So I'm trying to fight them. Nah, Scorekeeper is not well right now. So he's getting old. So here's one. A traveling evangelist always puts on a grand finale at his revival meetings. When he was to preach at a church, he would secretly hire a small boy to sit in the ceiling rafters with a dove in a cage. Toward the end of his sermon, the preacher would shout for the Holy Spirit to come down, and the boy in the rafters would dutifully release the dove. At one revival meeting, however, nothing happened when the preacher called for the Holy Spirit to descend. He raised his hands and his arms and exclaimed, "Come down, Holy Spirit, come down!" Still no sign of the dove. The preacher then heard the anxious voice of a small boy call down from the rafters, "Sir, a big black cat just ate the Holy Spirit. Shall I throw down the cat?" Just perfect timing for the big dog. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that when you're here. Hi, big dog. How are you? Well, we thank everyone who's in the audience, Sergio, Gridiron Girl, and Tanya. Look at who's responding that way. That's the big dog. We all say hi to the big dog because we're happy that he's here. See, it says sports talk. It's got the two of us.
Hello.
Oh, now you're gonna talk, you little shit.
Well, yeah, you mentioned Tanya, so, and Gridiron Girl.
Oh, well, absolutely awesome to you, big dog. So once again, folks, just remember we are at 7 o'clock going to get to the NFL picks. We're just going to try to stick to that as best we can. That's why I've done my review of all the other leagues right now, and then we're going to get to some of our big news at the moment. I apologize, big dog. Good morning. How are you feeling, young man?
I'm here.
Yeah, you seem a little tired, man. I wonder why.
Yeah. Not tired, just still, yeah.
You were missed by everyone last week, big dog.
Hi, Gridiron Girl.
I'm sorry, I slurped, but I had my first cup of coffee this morning. I was telling everyone, big dog, that I'm so disappointed because I thought I was going to have a choice.
Sometimes it's good when you slurp.
Vote. Yeah, I'm sure there's an innuendo in there, and I'm gonna let it go.
Oh, there is.
I have French vanilla for both of them, like the bonehead that I am. So, oh well, it is what it is. So, Big Dog, what do you want to get to this early in the morning? I've got a little bit of news, not too much, but
Well, there you have a choice since you say we'll see if anybody else comes in because it'll be a discussion for a bit. Do you want to talk about one of the worst calls of all time,
I
or
alluded to it just a moment ago. So yes,
or do you want to talk about um, a certain excuse me, a certain Brooklyn net who is not going to be allowed to play anymore because of his inoculation status?
both of us are frozen. Gridiron Girl. My connection is solid. I'm not frozen. No, look. Okay. We may be out of the cold and stuff, and it is a bit cold. Can you tell it's frozen?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I
okay.
know it's cold.
I put the
I know
heater
it's
on.
cold. Yeah, I think we just lost the audience on that one, but it's a tad chilly
Nipply.
out here, but it is what it is, folks. Remember, look at where it's coming from. It's coming from him. All right. So, as I mentioned earlier before you joined us, Big Dog, in the few moments that I was here before you, baseball does have a problem when it comes to issues like that. It arises from time to time. And Big Dog, please, you communicated to me. My daughter, Gmo, and I were watching the game, which it's not the first time, but I'm still a bit surprised by it when my daughter does sit down to watch games with me. She was into the Doyers. And I asked her a question because we were watching the fifth game. And of course, it was at San Francisco. I said, "Hey, you were there. Does that change your aspect?" And she thought about it for a minute. She looked at, she was watching the game. Like, yeah, it does. We were there. I said, yeah, it is kind of cool. It gives it a different taste, I suppose. But she was here. She was texting her friends during the game. She is a sports aficionado. And she's gone with us, as did, I believe it was Claudia. We went to an evening, Big Dog, to meet with you. Did we go watch a game, or did we just go out for an evening that time when we
We
went
just
over
went
by
out for
your
an
place?
evening that time.
Okay.
That's when we were watching the banner ceremony with the Lakers.
So we did go out for that.
Yeah,
And we had the excuse of going out for an evening.
that's when you got drunk off of that half a drink or something, whatever it was.
1, 2, 3 times. You're exaggerating the story.
Uh-huh.
You're going to make me look bad in front of Gridiron Girl.
Nah, she already knows you're lightweight. It's nothing new. She knows. She knows.
I do want to also announce, and I guess it's 2 consecutive weeks now, that we've had loss in the family, and I do apologize. It's not necessarily loss, but I did know about it about a day. Well, I knew she had the procedure upcoming. I know she had concerns and everything. She's not with us yet, but one of our family members, Rosalind Brinson, call her Roz, she did test positive. Not going to get into the full details, but it was discovered early, very early, and there were four different tests that were done, and she says she's hearing us, but the screen is not moving. I don't know what to tell you.
Tell her to refresh.
Yeah, refresh. Come on, woman. You're a woman. Refresh. I apologize. I interrupted on that thought, but she did test positive for a particular one, and I was genuinely surprised by what it is, but it's referred to endometrial. So, but like I said, she had 4 items that were removed, and only one of them tested positive. So that is lots of good news. So hopefully Roz will be joining us soon. I didn't speak to her yesterday, as yesterday was October 15th. It was the deadline, so I was a bit distracted when it came to such things. But we shall see. Is anyone else?
What was it a deadline for? Scorekeeper? It was just a
Uh,
regular day, wasn't it?
Tax season. It's the real deadline, October 15th. So got a lot of stuff done last night. So I feel very happy. But going back to the Giants, the hated ones, and the Doyers. Big Dog. That was a bad call, man. That was a bad call. Dude,
Yep.
I've seen questionable ones, but
Yeah, this was not even questionable where you're saying, oh well, he was so far, and it's, guys, what you have to realize is we both grew up. I right now am an Angels fan. Scorekeeper is a Yankees fan, as you can tell by what he's wearing. But we both grew up Dodger fans,
we
hardcore
go
Dodger
to
fans,
Dodger games. Come on. We go to
and
Angel games.
and
Come on.
and the hated ones have always been the hated ones. The
Oh, good
Giants have
God,
always
yes.
been, they are what the Red Sox and the Yankees are. They are what the Lakers and the Celtics are, but actually they're worse off because there has been actual physical injuries done. Back in the '60s, Juan Marichal, was hit with the baseball bat. You know, uh, while during the game. So there's definite animosity between the teams. So for both of us to both agree that this was a horrible call. It was a great game. It was a pitcher's game, so to speak. And I went down to the ninth inning, and the Giants were down literally to their last strike, and it was Wilmer Flores, and he was fighting off Scherzer's pitches, excuse me, as what you're supposed to do, and Scherzer threw an outside changeup. It looked like, and what um, it was a setup pitch for the next pitch, and that's what a lot of veteran pitchers will do is they'll set you up. They'll entice you a certain spot, and then that next pitch will be the one that what they want to get you on. So this was the setup pitch. So he threw it. It looked good, and then of course it started sliding out. So Flores took his swing, and he saw that it was starting to drop out of the strike zone. So he checked his swing, and it was a good, damn, it was at least a foot and a half, behind the imaginary line that you're not supposed to pass, for a check swing. And immediately, of course, the catcher's going to do it because the catcher,
Hell yeah.
you point to the first baseman, which means because they have the angle on it, and then the umpire agreed. So the umpire, pointed also to first base, and all of a sudden you see that first base just go strike. That he went, and everybody's like, and you could see the scorekeeper. Right? You probably noticed the first base coach, the way he put his hands over his face, like he couldn't believe it, and I couldn't tell whether he couldn't believe it or he was like, "No, our season's over on a damn check swing strike three." Probably a little bit of both. And when they showed showed the replay, because even the announcers were like, "Oh, I don't know about that," and then they showed the replay, and it wasn't even close. I mean, this wasn't even like you couldn't even say, "Well, maybe he had a different angle or whatever." No, it was not close at all. And what's weird is they review every other damn thing in the world, but yet this was not a reviewable call.
It's a judgment call. You can't review balls and strikes. You cannot review, well, that by definition is balls and strikes. It's because, folks, due to the nature of the game, this isn't football where you can replay everything. And by the nature of the game, you will replay everything if there's a foul, an infraction, whatever. This isn't football. So everything has to be done. The nature of the game, that's why you have umpires. They have to make what we in the game refer to as a bang bang play.
Now that it's been, I mean, now that it's been seen millions of times, probably
Billions.
literally, yeah, probably literally millions of times. Um, has Major League Baseball scorekeeper made the announcement because
No.
uh, in NBA when there's a bad call, they will say this was a bad call. We have to get better at this. NFL has done that with that bad Rams call. Remember with the Saints a couple of years ago. The what should have been
Excuse
pass
me.
interference and it wasn't. And the NFL 2-3 days later said, you know what, our guys blew it. We admit that, but
No,
it is what it is. Major League Baseball has done that in the past, though, haven't they? When they have they ever said it was yes, it was a bad call? No, they're too full of themselves.
that's why I'm a baseball guy. I
Yeah,
have that attitude. It's just natural. It's just a terrible call. And I understand that, Sonia, in that it was a bad call, and I do agree it should
that
have.
is yeah. That's what everybody's talking
But
about. That
karma
karma.
is, and I think that's why it's kind of dying down because it was so obvious what had happened earlier in the series. So, uh, I just think it just looks bad for
And
baseball.
okay, for the people that don't know, scorekeeper, explain that last statement. What happened earlier in the year? Or yeah, it was earlier in the year.
It was another bad call on a check swing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a check swing that the
It was obviously not a check swing as well.
yeah, and they called it a check swing, or they didn't call the check swing. Did they or didn't they? I forgot what the
That's why
details
I
are.
don't recall. Gig will remind us right now which one it was, but it went back to
That's right.
that.
That's right. It was the Dodgers Giants, and it was he went around, and
The
clearly you could
Giants
see he
guy
went
went
around.
around.
Yes,
Yeah, he went
and the
so
umpire
far.
didn't call it. He called
Yeah.
it a ball, and because of the next pitch or something or other, the Dodgers lost the game. So
Well,
uh, uh, after that happened, what's wrong?
I got a little
You're
ting
hearing
on
things.
my computer. I'm not hearing things. I'm
You're
old.
hearing things.
I don't hear anything. It's like someone tried to contact me on something. I think because I heard a ding. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, and it cost the Dodgers to lose that game, and of course the Dodgers lost. They or ended up in second place by that one game. So everybody says, karma's a bitch, blah blah blah. But still, now had they tied scorekeeper, would the Dodgers have taken that one, or would it have been the Giants? Had they ended up in a tie?
No, it would not have ended in a tie. They would have if they would still be playing if they were still tied. Let's put it that way. No, there are no ties.
So
If
no,
the game would have been called due to a power failure, they would.
not
Yeah.
not that. I'm talking about in the standings because of that game that they lost on the bad call earlier in the year. That caused them, of course, they were had the Dodgers won the game, and like everybody expected them to, that would have changed the standings. So
Yes.
that at
So
the end of the year, the standings they would have been tied. Who would have taken the number one spot, or do they have to have a one game playoff and
they
then
would have
go to
had
the one
a.
and then go to
They,
the wild card?
yes, that's why I was talking
Okay.
about the week 2 weeks ago when I said, "Oh my God, we might have a nightmare scenario in the National League and the American League." It was possible in the American League
Yeah, I
there were going
remember
to be
that. Yeah.
four teams that were going to tie for the wild card spot, and the National League had the Padres decided to screw around a little bit. Had they won on Sunday, the Giants and the Dodgers would have been tied, so there would have been a one-game playoff for the divisional crown. Wow, that was. I mean, it would have been awesome. We've had a one game and a one game before, but
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. Now I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, that it was exciting. It really was. But we'll never. I mean, wow, statistically, we'll never see anything like that again. But never say never.
So
So I apologize that I'm eating
so yeah,
consuming food.
it would have been great, for it to have actually ended, the right way, so to speak, instead of it being a bad call. Who knows if if the Giants could have come back or they could have tied the game, or no one knows. But for it to end that way, I will give the Giant fans a little bit of tip of the hat
Yeah, they didn't beat
because
anyone up.
they took it very, very well. I mean, of course they were angry, but I mean, this could have been a mob type riot because of it being such a bad call. I didn't see not one. Not I didn't even see any cups or debris or anything thrown onto the field. We
Oh, you mean
which
like Anaheim?
yeah, exactly. So um, I'll give it to them, and I really haven't seen too much. Any of the memes or any gifs or anything like that on the internet.
Yeah.
Talking about how bad the call was. Everybody seems to just be accepting it. So we shall see.
Yeah, it's over and done. Congratulations to the Doyer.
What is
Okay, I
wrong?
just heard it again.
Well, you're the only one hearing it.
Yeah, I know that, big dog. I made that clear that I'm the only one hearing it. I said it's on my computer, and it's like someone is using something to try to get a hold of me, like on Zoom or something, but I don't have anything activated like that. So
Maybe
we'll
the
see.
battery's going dead in your headphone.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what it is. Knowing that it's plugged in, I don't have battery
Exactly.
limits.
I know.
All right, so we'll see. But folks, it is what it is. Congratulations to the Dodgers, and obviously to Boston as well for not only taking it to the Yankees, but making it. But I was disappointed yesterday that the A-holes beat out Boston. That one was a disappointment, and it is what it is. I think they lost 5-4. That was a bummer. The game was. I was watching. I don't want the A-holes to win. I'm
No
not
one
cheering
does.
for Boston.
No
My
one.
daughter and I was like, no one needs to know that we're cheering for Boston.
No one outside of Houston wants the Astros to win. And I'm not even sure how much of Houston wants them to win.
Well, there were 45,000 fans at the stadium, so those 45,000 idiots want
Oh,
them to win.
oh, of course. I mean,
That's
you're
about
still
it.
gonna you're still gonna go to those type of games.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but okay, I'm being pinged by someone. Someone is pinging me. Oh, maybe it's one of the websites.
Yeah,
It could
close
be one of the websites that I have open.
close down
So
StarTrekPorn.com. Close that one down.
I don't know what you're talking about, Big Dog. I've
Uh-huh.
never been there. I don't
Sure,
go there.
sure.
I don't go there, Big Dog. So we're good. But there is a little bit of news in basketball for someone on the East Coast who we posted an article on Facebook regarding. You have the right to say and do what you want with
Mm-hmm.
limitations. I've said, you folks, you need to understand the First Amendment. It is free speech, but there are consequences. And you can't yell fire, you can't threaten the president. There are a lot of things you can't do. There's Even though I'm against it, I'm against protected speech. That's a funny legal jargon in the workplace and stuff. I am against protected speech because I believe it's just a category. It's not a thing, but it doesn't matter. The employer has always had the right to establish the rules. And guess what? The NBA is doing so. And the NBA wants.
no, because in this case, it's not the NBA. It is the city of New York or the
Big
state of
dog.
New York.
The NBA has done so because all they have to do is if the city. We'll get into the force majeure clause in a little bit. We've talked about that ad infinitum ad absurdum. If the NBA cannot play in an arena due to war, acts of God, weather, all those things, they can move. They're not moving. So they're staying there. So they are de facto allowing it. So,
Um,
yeah.
I don't quite agree with that because it's not the
Why?
fact.
When
It's
there's a
not the fact.
stadium that's being fixed, that's not available, and again, for all the things that I mentioned, they can go somewhere else, but they're not. They're going to stay there. Big dog, this is an act of God if you want to go with it. This COVID-19
Okay,
that would come under an act of God. It would come under a health emergency. They
okay.
have the right to go play somewhere else, but they're not going to move.
You're walking a fine line there on that one. Because all they're asking is for you to be vaccinated. They're not saying the arena is not available. The arena is available. You just have to be vaccinated to play in it. It's just as if they said
So the
you
NBA has acquiesced and made it their policy because they're going along with it.
no
That's what I said.
because they don't. It's no because it is not a league wide thing. It is only in New York and only in San Francisco.
Don't take that attitude with me, big dog. I said
I'll take any
specifically it's
attitude I
right
want
there in
right
New
now.
York.
Please don't challenge me right now or tell me something like that. I'm
Big
in a
dog.
fighting mood if
And
I
we're
need to
going to
be.
fight this morning, which is good. Big dog, it's New York. I didn't say anywhere else. That's why I said they can go anywhere else. But since they're going to stay there, it has become de facto policy for the NBA for that stadium. Because
No, it is de facto policy, I guess you could say, for the home team. Because remember, visiting teams, since they don't live in New York, the mandate does not apply to them. So the Lakers can go in, and if the entire team is not vaccinated, they can still play because that is not their home arena or their home state. Dallas can go in there and play if they're not vaccinated. The Oklahoma City Thunder can go in there and play if they're not vaccinated. So no, it is not an NBA policy.
Big dog, we're talking about that team. We're talking about that stadium.
You
That's all I'm
you you
talking
said
about.
the entire NBA has went with
No,
this.
I
You said it's de
no.
facto. You said it's by de facto NBA policy now. That is not an NBA policy.
Okay, big dog. Let's clarify this thing right now. That one stadium. That's it. It
Two
has now
stadiums.
become
Two stadiums.
because LA applies as well.
Okay,
I'm
then it's
talking about
three.
this
Okay, I'm
team.
sorry. Three stadiums.
Talking
It's
about
the New
this team
York.
right
It's the New York Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Golden State Warriors.
they can go play somewhere else. They're not. Okay.
Why would they have to?
Because it's an unfair
To
advantage now.
accommodate one player, you're going to move an entire team and all its facilities, all its staff for one player. You're going to spend literally millions of dollars for one player.
Well, I don't know if it's one player or not,
It
but
is only one player because he is the only one that is not playing on the Brooklyn Nets. Everyone on the New York Knicks team is playing. Everyone on the Golden State Warriors team, include Andrew Wiggins, because Andrew Wiggins came out and said, "I got vaccinated." He took the attitude of, "They made me get vaccinated." No, they did not. You decided to because you saw you were going to lose all your money. The same thing with Kyrie Irving, except Kyrie Irving actually posted on his Instagram 2 days ago, not angry, not defensive, not pissed off, nothing. Very calmly explained, I understand why the NBA is doing this. It is a city mandate. I still feel it is my choice, my body. Do I want to lose half of my salary? No, I don't. But I still feel it is my choice. And this is the choice I'm making. I have no ill will to the NBA, no ill will to the Brooklyn Nets. I hope that this mandate changes, but if not, I am willing to go by what they say and go by the rules. So if that means me not playing half the season, then I won't. The following day, the Brooklyn Nets issued a statement saying, "We are not willing to let Kyrie Irving only play half the season. We need him either here 100% or he will not play." So as of right now, he will not play.
uh, okay. I apologize, big dog. I'm getting messages from people that are not actually able to enter the chat room.
Huh. That's odd.
I thought someone was trying to contact me. Aisha, bear with me. She's posting that she's not able to access. So Aisha says, "My free speech is being withheld here. Talk to me, please." Okay, Aisha. I now know that you're the one that's been contacting me. I'm sorry. Okay. Aisha, I'm going to give you the link. I need you to come over to our Sports Talk with the Guys or NDB Media page. So, Aisha, I'm going to give you the link
How is she accessing this right now?
on my personal page.
Oh, that's why.
Yes, so it's not working there for whatever. So, Aisha, please, I put the link right there. Head on over to facebook.com/NDB Media, and you can find the link there. I do apologize, Aisha. So, she's the one who's been pinging me. Ugh, okay, I knew someone was trying to contact me, but I couldn't figure out where it was. So, there it is. She's the one. Sorry, Aisha. So hopefully she'll be able to join us in a moment in the chat room. I think she's been wanting to comment, but for some reason it's not allowing her to do so. So damn. Okay, and now I'm getting a post from Facebook. Help Aisha see future posts by going over here. So it is what it is. And we got a like, so I think she's registered that. Head on over to our face, and there she is. Oh my God, Aisha, jump in with your comments.
Morning, Aisha. Or afternoon, Aisha.
I do apologize, young lady. For some reason, the primary page is not working for whatever, but thank you. And I'm sorry, Tonto over here kept hearing the beeps, didn't know where it was coming from. It was you, Aisha. I'm so sorry. So, all right. So I was distracted, and far be it from me to take the side of Kyrie Irving. At is it Irving or
Irving.
yeah, it is Irving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought for a moment I butchered it, but look, it is what it is, folks. He is going to take it in the shorts. We commented on it earlier on our Facebook page on Sports Talk with the Guys. It's right there. You have the right to say what you want. You have the right to do what you want within reasons. Everyone forgets that we do live in a civilized society. This whole thing of I can do whatever I want, yeah, sure, but guess what? In America, you have the right to do whatever you want up to and including my nose. You can take a swing at me up to before you hit me. You can't hit me. You cannot interfere with me. And it's a legal concept. It's a very simple legal concept. You can do whatever you want as long as you don't influence anyone else. And if you do influence, interact, well, then you're part of society. And there are rules to the society. So by you saying I can do whatever I want, no, there are significant limitations because you cannot do whatever you want. And with Kyrie, I did see the video myself on him, and Big Dog, you were pretty straight up on that one, where he said he's not complaining, he's not whining, he's not bitching, other than by the existence of the video itself. He said he's not going to play. So,
What I want to find out is since the Nets said he's not going to play till he's vaccinated or till he can't or till he can be okay to play. Um, I want to know if he's still going to get paid for the away games. I understand not getting paid for the home games because that's an NBA rule, that they put in there that the Players Association agreed to, that if you miss games because you are not vaccinated, you will not be paid for those games. And that's the entire home games. But technically, he would have been able to play in away games. So I'm wondering, since they said, well, we're not going to have you play
okay, so wait a minute, Big
all
Dog.
games.
Would you repeat that again on what the NBA policy is?
The NBA policy is if you miss games due to the fact that you are not vaccinated, in other words, if your game is missed because you are not vaccinated, the NBA will not pay you for that particular game. So since the mandate came in from New York that, home teams in arenas that will hold more than 1,000 people, same thing with Golden State. If those arenas hold more than 1,000 people, you must be vaccinated to do your job. in that arena. And that goes from the hot dog vendor all the way up to the president of Madison Square Garden, or whatever the particular arena is. Everyone that works in there has to be vaccinated. So the NBA rule is, if you can't play because of your non-vaccination status, we will not pay you for that game. Now, uh, had they said, okay, we're going to use you only on away games, so anytime he'd go to Dallas or come to LA or Oklahoma City, he would get his regular salary, which is about $320,000 a game. But since the Nets said, well, we're not going to use you, period, he technically would be available to play for away games, but they're just choosing not to play him. So I'm wondering how the pay goes with that. What would be your interpretation as labor man on that one?
If the NBA rule is you have to be vaccinated, it's kind of simple. Unfortunately, I'm having a similar situation at my place of employment right now, and it is it is heartbreaking to my younger self. This is a fight that I would be involved in, big time. Oh my god! And I'm in some ways I'm disappointed with myself because I would be right in the middle of the squabble. But I think it's just the older guy saying, "Yeah, dude, just shut up. You're not there anymore. Leave it for the young because this is the younger ones. They're not well. Actually, they are seeking. They have been seeking my counsel, but my stance is, as I've made clear to several others, we're in a unique situation. We are first responders. We are government employees, and the the legal entity which supervises us has made it a requirement that you have to be vaccinated. It's very simple. They say they can't do that. I don't have the time nor the inclination to tell them about case law, and there are positions in our department that do require vaccinations. I am not required to have vaccinations. Let's avoid COVID 19 for a moment. I'm not required to have my vaccinations, believe it or not. But if I want to work in the sewer systems, if I want to work in the waterways, I have to have vaccinations against what could be in the water. It exists. You have the right not to get that position. You don't have to put in for it. So now it has become standard for this one particular item. So it is an argument that is being waged in my workplace. I will not get into any other detail because it is very hostile right now. Big dog, please.
The way you were saying, and I like the way you gave the explanation. If you work in the sewer systems or the waterways and such. Um, the question I was going to ask you was, and I'm not asking for details or anything, but would younger labor man back in the day, had he decided to take this cause, would one of his defenses be, well, I came into this job and I didn't need this particular vaccination, and now that I've been here for X amount of years, you are now changing the rules on me, saying if I want to continue in my job, which wasn't originally required of me originally when I signed my original paperwork, but now you're mandating this.
That would almost assuredly be an argument that the younger me would have, but the older one in me understands
Mm-hmm.
contractual obligations. We, as an entity, get a new contract every 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Rules change, or every
Okay.
2 years, or every one
Yeah.
year.
Okay. That
So
part I didn't
I
know.
have that understanding. I do have that understanding. I have an ownership stake in my position. As I've said, folks, I work for the most unique entity in the entire United States. I actually do have an ownership stake in my position because of my retirement plan saving my employer back in 1995. My money saved this government agency, and I was there when it happened. So I have an ownership stake in it. I have a unique situation. So unfortunately, if my agency were to ever go out or go under or go bankrupt, I'm first in line. I'm going to get paid no matter what. It's a bummer. It sucks. It's
That's not a
done.
bummer. No, it doesn't suck.
I have
You've
something
been
that
there.
no one else has.
You've been there for like 48 years now. So no, it doesn't suck.
You know, big dog, I'm getting tired of you. It's 47. I am, and it's in November. You know what? If you're going to get your numbers, get them right.
That's
Getting
like
tired
that
of you.
joke that I've seen. I don't know if you've seen. It's a meme, and it's two guys. And it's so funny because they're sitting in a baseball park, and one guy, the other, um, they're both in their looks like late 20s to early 30s, and one guy says to the other, "Hey, how long have you been married?" The other guy answers, "I've been married 42 years." He's like, 42 years? He goes, "How is that possible?" He's like, "Well," he goes, "I counted all in dog years because my wife's a bitch."
I think I'd heard that one. Yeah. Very quickly, folks, because we are running out of time, I'm going to switch gears very quick. I'm sure we'll come back to this in a little bit. But Tyson Fury remains the heavyweight champion with an 11th round TKO victory over Deontay Wilder. Of course, that was last Saturday. This was after the program was on. So I'm going to put a quick link.
Wilder was hanging on by a thread for like 2 rounds, and Fury just finally put him out of his misery. It was a hell of a punch too.
Yeah. Sorry for that little post. It was a dot. Wasn't supposed to be that. There's the article now, folks. So you can check it out. It's maybe that one. This one. There it is. You can check it out at USA Today. No membership for that article required, but there it is. And thank you everyone who's watching us across the network. We have quite a few people, both on NDB Media, our Twitch, Sports Talk with the Guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are approaching witching hour. Big dog, I have everything ready to go. It's 7 a.m. We're going to go to our NFL picks right now, but I'm going to set up all the picks so we can run through them real quick. Do you have any stories that you want to get into for the next 3 or so minutes while I get all the games set up?
Sure. In the NBA, guys, the NBA will be starting its season on Tuesday. 2 games. It will be the Bucks. The Bucks. I can't remember who they're playing.
You
I
mean
will
golly?
look it up. Huh?
You mean golly?
Golly damn shit.
There it is.
So it'll be the Bucks, and I will find out exactly who they're playing right now. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Tuesday. Here we go. It'll be the Bucks and the Nets at this is Pacific time. It'll be at 4:30 p.m. on TNT, and then the evening game will be the Golden State Warriors going to Los Angeles and taking on the Los Angeles Lakers, and that'll be at 7 o'clock on TNT. At that point, in the pregame shows on TNT, and then there is a Wednesday game there's a bunch of Wednesday games, but the Wednesday game that'll be on ESPN, and then the Thursday game will be back on TNT. The pre-games on all those, they will, at that time, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, reveal the Diamond. Of course, this is the Diamond season, guys. This is the 75th anniversary of the NBA. So starting Tuesday, they will reveal the top 75 players of all time, according to the NBA. Each day, they will reveal 25 more players. So, anybody that doesn't know math, on Tuesday, they'll do 25. On Wednesday, they'll do 25. And on Thursday, they'll do 25. And that'll be on the pregame show of each, before each game. Most likely, they're going to do this probably the way they did the top 50. They're not going to have a number ranking. They will most likely do this in alphabetical order. So that is the easiest way, because you just put in the 75 and then everybody will, probably agree on the first 50 to 60 players, and then those last 10 to 15 players are the ones that are going to be talked about, and of course, whoever they felt was slighted by being left off this top 75 team, or players that were dropped off the top 50 team that did not make it to the 75 team. So we shall see how that turns out. Um, the Lakers, the talk, of course, about the Lakers is, their age and how they're going to stay healthy and so on and so forth. And the injury bug has already bitten the Lakers. Trevor Ariza had to have ankle surgery last week. He will be out 6 to 8 weeks. They are saying closer to 8 weeks, so he probably won't be back till January. Taylor Horton Tucker, our youngster, the 20-year-old, tore a ligament in his thumb and had surgery 2 days ago. He'll be reevaluated in about 4 to 6 weeks to see how that's coming along. And Malik Monk has a severe groin strain, and he will be reevaluated in a week. So what's funny is that everybody was talking about the age of the Lakers and how to keep the old guys healthy. Two of these actually, and there was another young, not Malik Monk. It is Monk is hurt with the groin, and I know it was one of the other younger kids. Who was it? Malik Monk and Kendrick Nunn is the other young guy. He also has an ankle sprain. So 3 of the 4 youngsters that we have are out with injuries right now, and then Trevor Ariza. So they're already talking about it. The Lakers did go 0-5, or excuse me, 0-6 in the preseason. Some people are already losing their minds of what are they going to do, who needs to be traded, fire the coach, and it's preseason, people. The people forget that last year the the Milwaukee Bucks went 0-4 in preseason, and they went on to win the championship. And the Phoenix Suns were 0-3 in preseason, and of course they were in the NBA Finals. Preseason means nothing, folks, especially for a veteran team like the Lakers. Preseason for teams like the Lakers is for the veterans to get their legs under them and get their stamina going, their wind, and to see if any of the fringe players are going to make the team. That's the only thing preseason is good for veteran teams. And I'm pretty sure in baseball it's the same thing. If you have a veteran team, those type of games don't really mean much, do they, scorekeeper, in baseball?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Look, you know who spring training is for? America's AAA team, the Minnesota Twins, Miami. All the teams that just are not going to do it. It's actually every team that's just not going to do well. Baseball is a little bit more unique because that they are trying out already their phases in spring training. So the games do become a bit more competitive. In the NFL, it was kind of similar on how they would play that. But the NBA, as I understand, has always been for one purpose and one purpose only: stretch them legs to get into shape. By definition, that's baseball too. But again, the only ones that brag about preseason are losing teams. So it's all right. So I think I'm set up. I should be ready to go. But yes, Aisha, it is sugar honey iced tea, which I didn't know what that was in Madagascar until it was made clear to me, which I thought was really, really funny. And now I know. I have seen Madagascar, and it's pretty good. The kids didn't understand sugar honey iced tea. It's pretty good though. So all right, folks, there we go. I don't know. He is working. Speedy, so he hasn't been with us for a bit. As of late, due to COVID, all of our schedules have been wrecked, and it just does happen, unfortunately. But I know with Speedy, he does have some issues going on right now. And
Yeah, well, I was hoping he was going to join us because I wanted to get his perspective as a Giants fan on how he was feeling about it. So, I mean, I know of
Oh
course, he's going to get
yeah,
pissed.
he's probably going to think that we're going to write him on that, but
No,
the
I
only one
know,
that
and
wouldn't would be that guy over there.
actually, no, I really wanted his perspective on it, and if he was going to take it's not fair, and then I would have brought up, well, what about your check swing that you guys got away with that cost the Dodgers a game and first place,
See,
but uh
so Gridiron Girl says that she would have.
huh.
Maybe so, but Matt's not afraid of that. So that's why I know something's going on where he's been busy, and it just happens. Matt is busy from time to time, so hopefully he will be able to get back to us. But we are a little bit over. I did say we were going to start at 7. So Big Dog, thank you for the NBA stuff. I'm sure we're going to get to some of the other stuff in baseball, NBA, and NFL. But as we know, it's going to happen right now. Let me see. Do I have the flag? We're going to go to this right now, folks. Um, we're going to get some football going right now. I'm sure the Big Dog is ready. Everyone, folks, join us on the picks. We're going to get them going right now. I'm going to share my screen, so I ask you to bear with us. Assist me in getting the right calls. There it is. There, the NFL picks is the list. And we're going to start off with our first game, folks. There it is. Miami, 1-4, visits Jacksonville, 0-5. It's going to be at 6:30 a.m. 6:30 a.m., you say? Yes, because they're going to be in the United Kingdom, specifically England. And they're going to be at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's
I
going to be
think
on
Aisha's going to be
CBS.
there.
She just may be. Who knows? But it is the Dolphins, though. Actually, who knows? She might. So you can see the numbers right there. This is an interesting pick because I always go by the numbers. Yes. Okay. But we do need to cut it right there. Otherwise, we will get a strike against us. But thank you for that, Big Dog. Dolphins are 31st in offense. Jaguars are 21st. Dolphins are 30th on defense, passing, and last in rushing. The Jaguars are 27th in defense, 27th in passing, and 7th in rushing. The last time these two teams played, the Dolphins took it to the Jaguars 31-13 on September 24th, 2020, approximately a year ago. And let me see. Uh, I believe this is a game that Jacksonville will win after they will fire the coach. It's interesting because the numbers lead me to go Jacksonville's way on this one. So let's see. She says, "No, I ain't, but I'll watch it on TV and I'll go with the Jags." Oh, so there we go. We already have 3 picks for this game for the 0-5 team. It is gig. I was going to say it that I was going as well for that one. But before we even get any further, Big Dog, what is the line on this one, please?
Miami by 3.
So Miami's a +3. And folks, just give us your picks. I appreciate the ladies are giving them to us right now. And for everyone else, just put them in the thread. The thread is already posted on our Facebook page, on our Sports Talk with the Guys page. So yeah, just look at Sports Talk with the Guys. It is who it is. All right,
Okay, ready to type.
Big Dog. Yeah, what's it going to be
Okay,
for you?
I'm taking the Jags.
Wow.
In the post that you put, Roz is taking the Dolphins. Dream is taking the Dolphins.
Oh, they all posted. Wow.
Well, those are the only two. Those two and myself.
Okay. Wait a minute. You're taking the Dolphins or the Jaguars?
I'm taking the Jags. I'm going with the upset.
Okay. All right. So there it is.
Both teams suck actually, so it doesn't. 1-4 or so and 5. I'm pretty sure England is so happy to get those two teams to show off the NFL.
We do have a little bit of news that very quickly I'm going to allude to that I caught. I don't think I have the story on it, but the NFL is now checking out sites in Germany because the number of overseas games are going to go up. I thought it was rather stupid where I heard someone say, "Oh yeah, they're going to start a rotation. Everyone's going to go to Europe." So they will be playing an overseas game at least once every 7 years. Wow. Yeah, that's a significant rotation, but that's okay. So it is what it is. We're going to go to the second game, folks, where we have it's going to be Kansas City, who's 2-3, and the Washington football team that is 2-3. It's going to be at Sunday 10 a.m. on CBS. It's at FedEx Field, and the Chiefs are fourth in offense. The W's are 20th in defense. The Chiefs are giving it up like no other. They're 31st. They're 26th on defense for the Washington team. Passing, they're fifth. Washington's 21st. In rushing, the Chiefs are eighth, and the Washington football team is 16th.
So you're
Last
saying
time
you're
these,
saying the Chiefs are giving it up like a drunk cheerleader on a Friday night?
well, let's just say they're giving it up like a drunk individual. It's going both ways, folks. Apparently, uh, I'm about to throw a cat. I'm going to cast a stone at someone else, so I've got to watch on little comments like that one. But yeah, I agree. But I know it's going to be thrown back in my face. But anyway, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Washington football team back on October 2nd, 2017, 29-20. What's the line on that one, Big Dog?
Chiefs by 6.5.
I got it wrong. Okay. So Aisha, I believe, has chosen the first one already. And she's going to go with the Chiefs on this one. Big Dog, what are you going to go with?
Okay, here we go. I'm taking the Chiefs. I think it's going to be no contest. Roz is taking Washington, and Stud Muffin is taking the Chiefs. And he
Gig
and he
is
put
taking.
a little chicken head and a poop emoji next to the Chiefs.
Wow. Okay. Rosalind is taking Washington. Aisha is taking the Chiefs. Gig is taking the Chiefs. Big Dog's Chiefs. Yeah, I'm gonna make that one easy. Oh, you see, I misspelled my name, so I'm gonna take the Chiefs as well. So the next game that we're gonna get to is, of course, the Los Angeles Rams, 4-1. I'm going with the Rams. 10 a.m. PD on Fox. The New York Giants are 1-4. It's gonna be at MetLife Stadium. The Rams, and I'm going to go offense. Rams are 10th, Giants 13th. Rams are 21st on defense. The Giants are 28th. The Rams are second in passing. The Giants are 8th. And that's why the Giants are 1-4. But anyway, and when it comes to rushing, the Rams are 24th. The Giants are 25th. Actually, fairly close on some of the numbers, but it's quite obvious the Rams are the superior team. Last time these two teams played was fairly recent, almost to the month. On October 3rd, 2020, the Rams stuck it to the Giants 17-9. What is the line on this one, Big Dog?
Rams by 27.5. I'm just kidding. Rams by 8. Yes, I am.
Okay, well, scorekeeper's taking the Rams.
Okay.
Let's see. Gridiron Grove says, I'm taking the Chiefs. You say my name. Oh! Holy mother of mercy. All right, Gig, I apologize. That was a Big Dog name for you. Gridiron Girl is taking the Chiefs. I so apologize.
I believe only I'm allowed to call her Gig. But,
All right.
you know.
So, Big Dog, who are we taking on this one?
I am taking the Chiefs. Oh, I'm sorry. We did that already. I'm taking the Rams. Sorry about that. You mentioned
No.
the Chiefs. I was stuck there. I'm taking the Rams. Roz is taking the Rams. And Dream is taking the Rams.
Gridiron Girl is taking the Rams. Aisha, please don't tell me you're taking the Giants. Okay, there it is.
I do want to add on this game.
Oh, no, actually, Gridiron Girl has not chosen. It was Aisha. I'm sorry. Wait. She says she's going to take the Rams on this one, but she likes the Giants. Wait.
And that's what I was going to say. The Rams they should win this one. They're the better team, but this this could be the trap game for the Rams because they know they should win this game. And as scorekeeper so eloquently posted and talked about, the numbers are very, very close when you compare the teams. So this could be the trap game of the week.
And
But
speaking of trap game,
Dream,
What is up, guys? How you doing?
who's yawning in the background?
the sky.
It's one of my coworkers.
Good morning, Dream.
Sorry
How are
to wake
you?
you up, man.
Good morning.
Um,
First off, for Big Dog, thank you for joining us. It's good to have you here, even though it's going through some tough times.
Thank you, sir.
We love you, buddy. And
Love you too.
Good to see you, man.
Since you said that, I have a joke. What do scorekeeper and a calendar have in common? Excuse me. What's the difference between scorekeeper and a calendar?
What?
A calendar has dates.
And a calculator will get you numbers.
Love you, Raj.
no, fuck. Oh,
Good
sorry.
morning. Good
Hey, JM. Good morning.
What's up, JM?
Good
Oh,
morning,
wow.
dude. What's up?
Hey, guys, thank you for joining us.
Not much,
That's why I'm
man.
trying to stick to an hour right here, guys. And that's why I said 7 a.m. We're going to stick to that way everyone knows. And I know you guys are here for that. We've already got a few games in. I will back up for you guys. We've already done 3 games this morning. I know I put up 4 fingers, but I've done 3. Dream, we had your picks. Thank you. You posted them on Sports Talk with the guys. JM, I know you're working, but I thank you for joining us. We'll, hey,
No
we're
problem.
getting some love from the chat room, guys. Aisha, am I dreaming? Hi there, she says. And Gridiron Girl says, morning, JM. So,
Oh, wow. She bypassed
morning.
me and went straight to JM. Dang.
yes.
The love shifted.
No,
Oh, there
she
it is.
did.
Okay.
She went to you first. She did. It
Dream,
was-
it's
All
because
right. All right.
you're
You
old
are
news,
forgiven.
Dream.
Hey,
JM's
don't
the
get
new
jealous.
kid on the block, man.
Don't be jealous.
You're old news.
Don't be jealous.
Don't be
Oh my
jealous,
God, I've
dude.
used that one, JM. Oh my God, that is really good. JM, we're going over the games. If you need some more time, let me know. But Dolphins, Jaguars, Rosalind and Dream are going for the Dolphins. Gridiron Girl, Scorekeeper, Aisha, and Big Dog are going for the Jaguars. Do you have a choice, or did you want to just continue with where we are right now?
I'm gonna go with the Jags. Trevor
Okay.
Lawrence all the way.
All right, so JM, we got you on that one. All right, the Chiefs 2-3 versus Washington 2-3. Everyone went with the Chiefs except for Rosalind, who went with Washington.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Okay, so you're gonna go with the Chiefs on that one.
Yeah, all day.
Okay. Final game that you missed was Rams 4-1, who are +8 against the Giants. Everyone's going with the Rams.
Oh, of course. Giants are trash this year.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, then there it is. We're actually getting quite a few likes all of a sudden. We're getting likes on Sports Talk with the Guys and NDB Media. So I'm not sure which one of the, and I use this term loosely, one of the staffers is giving us the likes, and we do appreciate it. So it's Big Dog. Thank you, Big Dog. I appreciate you doing internal transactions. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and continue, folks. The next game that we've got going is going to be Houston Texans 1-4 versus the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know if it's even worthy of our time, but the game is at 10 a.m. on CBS. It's going to be at Lucas Oil Stadium. And looking at the numbers, wow, this looks to be an easy
I'm gonna
call.
take the Texans.
Oh, really?
Texans. They need a win.
Okay,
Yeah, they're
fair
gonna get a
enough.
win. They need one.
On offense, the Texans are 29th, the Colts are 17th. On defense, the Texans are 24th, the Colts are 16th. On passing, the Texans are 28th and rushing 28th. The Colts on passing are 15th, rushing 14th. Last time these two teams played was on December 19th, 2020. The Colts took it to the Texans and won by 7, 27-20. What is the line on this one, Big Dog?
Oh, like it really matters. The
Who
Colts
gives
a shoot?
the Colts by 10.
Wow. Okay, but JM, Did you want to reconsider, or are you going with the Texans?
No, I'm going with the Texans. They need a win. They cannot go 1-5.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Gridiron Girl is going with the Colts. And you know what? She's going to ride it home. Aisha is going with the home team on this one. Right, Big Dog. What are the picks that you had?
Peyton Manning's gonna lead them to a win, so I'm gonna stay with the Colts.
Smartass. Okay. All right, Big Dog.
And Roz is taking. Who are they playing again?
Texans and Colts.
Texans.
Like
She's taking the. No, I'm just going down the line because she doesn't have written. She's taking the Texans. Roz is taking the Texans.
And Dream is taking what?
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Dream is taking the Colts with the poop emoji.
Yeah, he said he believes in Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I said I put emojis on all of this game.
Yeah, I like them.
I was like, these ones are like the shit games. Like, who cares?
Yeah, on that one, definitely. Scorekeeper is going to go with the Colts. I don't like going against JM. He had a better record against me. But, folks, my streak is continuing. Unfortunately, and I'm going to be a jerk about this, I have never had a losing week. So it's kind of easy to pick these things, but all I can say is that, yeah, I go with the numbers, and the numbers help me out. But I did like that joke. I don't know if JM heard that joke. Would you tell it one more time, Big Dog? Because this is true of me right now.
Oh, JM, I asked, the joke was, what's the difference between Scorekeeper and a calendar?
What?
A calendar gets dates.
Thank
you, JM.
Oh, man. Yo, he said you're not scoring. You're just keeping the score.
I see that you see in between the lines, JM. Oh, yeah. I'm aptly named the Scorekeeper. Oh, damn you, JM. That's funny, dude. I got to give credit where credit is due, man. That shit's funny. I'm sorry. Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Yes, that Sugar Honey Iced Tea is very funny. I like it. All right, folks, we're going to get to it. I think this is awesome. This is cool, guys, the vibe that we've got going right now with everyone in the chat room and with Dream and JM. Next game, we're going to go ahead and take care of the Cincinnati Bengals 3-2 versus the Detroit Lions 0-5. It's at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Fox, and it's going to be at Ford Field. And this one is closer, but the Bengals are 25th on offense. The Lions are 24th. The Bengals are 10th on defense. The Lions are 20th. In passing, the Bengals are overall 24th. The Lions are 23rd. And in rushing, the Bengals are 23rd and the Lions 20. Last time these two teams played, the Bengals on December 23rd, 2017, edged the Lions. Well, didn't edge, but took it to them 26-17. Big Dog, what is the line on this one?
Bengals by 3.5.
Okay. What are the choices that were already posted?
Okay. I am taking the Bengals.
Okay.
Dream is taking the Bengals.
I'll take the Bengals.
JM is taking the Bengals. Roz is taking the Bengals.
Holy mother of God. Gridiron Girl says, stop messing with her Peyton Manning. And let me tell you, folks, Gridiron Girl has been hardcore Peyton Manning forever. She has been, which is really cool. So she's
okay. No one's perfect.
Yeah.
She loves that Frankenstein forehead of his.
Aisha.
Omaha.
Oh my God! I wonder if that's what he screams out. But anyway, Aisha is going with the Bengals, and of course, Gridiron Girl is going with the Bengals. So I think we do have everyone on that one.
He does, but he just doesn't scream it like that. It's a little more passionate.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, very.
I'm just keeping score, and that's what I do.
It's Omaha.
Way to go, Big Dog.
Oh my! Huh?
Oh my! There it is. It's the oh my. And scorekeeper is going to go with the upset, folks. I'm going to go,
Oh.
of course, with the Bengals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going with the Lions on this one. That's a sad state of affairs. Detroit is back to where it needs to go. Anyway, it's all good. Aisha says, "Who? Peyton?" Oh my
Do you
goodness!
think he makes his girlfriend scream Omaha at the end when they finish?
I think she makes him, or I think he makes him scream hike. But anyway,
Isn't he married? I would hope not.
I think he's married. Yeah, you know what? We shouldn't mess with Peyton. He's actually been a decent guy. You know, he has stuck his neck out there.
So far that his forehead grew with it.
Yep.
Wow, lots of love. Sorry, Peyton. We're just envious. Next game, folks, and we're going to go to the big dog on this one first because it is his team. Green Bay Packers 4-1 versus the Chicago Bears 3-2. Bears shocked a lot of people last week, or just one nation. It's at 10 a.m. on Fox. It's at Soldier Field. The Packers are 22nd on offense. The Bears are 32nd. The Packers are 6th on defense. The Bears are 8th. The Packers are 17th overall in passing. The Bears are 32nd. And in rushing, the Packers are 22nd and the Bears are 10. Wow. Overall, last time these two teams played was on January 2nd, 2021, earlier this year. The Packers took it to the Bears 35-16. Big Dog, what is the line on this one?
Where the fuck is it at? Oh, there it is. Green Bay by 6.
Ooh.
Okay. +6. All right, Big Dog, this is your team. What's it going to be?
I'm going to premise it
I agree.
first by saying that I should have went with the Bears last week because I had a feeling they were going to beat the Raiders, but I went with my heart. But this week, I do feel that the Packers are going to take care of the Bears. I think it's going to be a close game, though. It's going to be a real close game. So I'm taking the Packers. Dream took the Packers with his cheese emoji.
Yeah, of
Now
course.
I will say this real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
I think
Go ahead.
the Packers are going to win, but I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's going to be by 6.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
that's-
they're going to squeak this win out,
Yep.
Oh, okay.
and it might come down to like the last couple plays.
Folks, that's why we're here. Remember, it's not a. Let me say this real quick. That's why we're doing the analysis or analysis. Sorry, that's why we do it. So this is when you get your comments in. So we're starting to get some comments in the chat room. I'll get to them in a moment. Gridiron Girl returned to her famous emoji, which is kind of sweet. I don't know who that was directed at. I think it was directed at the Big Dog, but whatever. We have Big Dog and Dream going with the Packers.
Roz
And
is
it
taking
looks
the
like-
Packers also.
Okay, but she's going with the colors, but she might actually do well this time. Rosalind, yes. And Aisha says
Yep.
she's going with the Packers. And then, let's see. Wow, Gridiron Girl, says she is taking the Packers.
I feel better now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I
JM,
always
what's
feel
it going to
better
be?
when Gridiron Girl agrees with me.
Oh, I do too. I the only way that I'm going to win with her is to bring her aboard Jedi.net. Oh, hey, she is coming aboard for next year. Actually, yes. All kidding aside, no, she is. I had so many payroll issues this year; it was pathetic. I need someone to handle some of that stuff. So, Gridiron Girl she has no idea what she's going to be doing with us.
Excellent.
Excellent, yes. But all kidding aside, that's what we're going to be doing. So, Gridiron Girl's going with that. And JM, what's it going to be?
Yeah, Safeway.
Yeah, I think he put us on pause for a moment. Or he might be in a bad area. JM, what is it going to be? Yeah, we did lose him. All right, so please help me out, guys, to keep track of that. I think he's going with the Packers on this one. But we have to get the verbal confirmations.
Yes.
We'll see what's going on.
Oh,
So-
and just to put it out there, guys. And and this was a decision made by me, and unfortunately, I didn't talk to Scorekeeper about it, which was my bad. But yeah, last week when I wasn't on, Scorekeeper made a pick for me, but that was the pick I made because I did make the picks later on. So it just coincided. But as Scorekeeper said, you have to have verbal confirmation or written confirmation. So Scorekeeper's picks for Speedy, I did not take because Speedy did not make those picks. We know
That's correct.
where his heart was, but until I actually hear it, I didn't take those picks. So those 2 weeks that he was off, he had no picks for the week. I did not take the Raider picks.
Yeah,
Well, I will tell you right now,
Yes, sir.
this week, the 49ers and the Saints got it. They got this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, that was done. JM, you're back.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, it's a connection issue because of where he is. So, all right, fair enough.
I know it's wrong. Peyton Manning's forehead's in the way. Peyton must move his head, and it caused the waves to mess around. You know,
Hey,
Kinda
maybe if he
kind of like when
starts
you move the
wearing
satellite dish.
maybe if he starts wearing bunny ears, we'll get way better internet connection across the globe.
Probably shit.
All right, fair enough. Well, folks, we're going to get to the next game. Gridiron Girl did say the cheese curds for the win on that one. I
Yes.
believe I did not give you my pick. It is the Packers. I'm going to go with them. That's a dull, easy one. The next game,
Shocking.
this is going to be – I like this game. This is going to be a good one to watch just because of the way the teams are doing. It's the Chargers 4-1. What a shock. And the Ravens 4-1. Now, the only one that's not shocked is Gridiron Girl for how well the Chargers are doing. It's going to be at M&T Bank Stadium, and the Chargers are 8th in offense. The Ravens are 2nd. In total defense, the Chargers are 17th. The Ravens are 22nd. In passing, the Chargers are 3rd. The Ravens 6th. Surprise. And in rushing, the Chargers are 17th. The Ravens are 4th. Last time these two teams played, the Ravens took it to the Chargers 22-10 on December 22nd, 2018. So it's been a little while. Gridiron Girl does say whatever. Big Dog, what is the line on this one?
Baltimore by 2.5.
Damn.
Okay, that one
And they are
easy.
playing in Baltimore.
Yep. Folks, I'm going out. I like the Chargers, but I believe the Ravens, the numbers edge towards the Ravens.
Really? Put those numbers back up, man. Put those numbers back up. Before you say that.
I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one. So look. Okay.
All right. So
one way that I do this.
Look at the passing.
Yes.
And look at the defense.
Okay.
And you're still going. Well, all right. I get what you're saying. I get it. You always pick the lower numbers, but man.
Yeah. Look, the Chargers have 45 points. Okay, the way I look at this, the Ravens have 34 points, folks. 34 to 45, and they're at home. So
yeah, I get it.
On this one, I'm leaning towards the Ravens. JM, you're back. What's it going to be? Chargers and Ravens.
Taking a Ravens.
Okay.
Taking a Ravens.
It's nice to have someone, on the side.
Get his pick on the other game.
I'm going to do it right now. Aisha's going with the Ravens, and okay, let's finish this one. Big Dog, what's it going to be?
I actually edited my pick right now as we were talking, so it reflects that. But I am now taking the Ravens.
Okay.
Oh, you bastard.
Dream is taking the Ravens, and Roz is taking the Ravens all day, she says.
Oh, okay.
And all day is all caps.
All day. Yeah, Rosalind
you know
all
what?
day.
Screw you guys. I'm changing my pick. I'm going with the Chargers.
Okay, Gridiron Girl, she says, I do believe Chargers. I knew it. Yep. That's a good team. So Dream is going to take the Chargers. We're going to remove them there.
Okay, I'm going to have to make a mental note of that on my picks since I can't edit your picks.
Okay, but what I'm going to do, folks, is That's why we have the thing. I'm gonna list them final on that same thread, so it's cool. And I guess it supersedes because if you go by timestamps, that's the way I'm gonna do it, folks. I'm going with timestamps on this. JM, we did 2 games in your absence. Bengals 3-2, Lions. Oh no, wait, sorry. Packers 4-1, Bears 3-2. We did
I
one
picked
game
the
in your
Packers.
absence. Yeah, I thought so, and
There's
I
no
I
way
really
Aaron
thought you were
Rodgers
going
is
to go with
going
the
to lose
Packers.
to a rival.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be that way on that one, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to go to the next game: Minnesota Vikings at Carolina Panthers. The 2-3 Vikings visit the 3-2 Panthers at 10 a.m. on Fox. It's going to be at Bank of America Stadium. The Vikings are 12th on offense. The Panthers are 16th. The Vikings are 15th on defense. The Panthers are second. In passing, the Vikings are 11th. The Panthers 13th. And in rushing, the Vikings are 15th and the Panthers 18th. Last time these two teams played, about a year ago, Minnesota edged the Panthers 28-27 on November 28th, 2020. What is the line on this one, Big Dog?
The Vikings by 2.5.
Okay. My theory is Vikings have 53 points. The Panthers have 49. This one is close, folks. So that's generally what I go by, but we'll see. What is the line again, Big Dog? You said Panthers by what?
Vikings by 2.5. 2.5, 3.5. Excuse me. Let me check it again. Minnesota by 2.5.
Okay. Minnesota. Who are give us the picks on the sidelines? Who
Okay, I am taking the Panthers. Dream is taking the Panthers, but he's not sure because he threw up his hands.
I'm going to take the
No,
Vikes.
that was more of a who gives a crap
Yeah,
than
I
Oh,
agree.
okay.
I'm not sure. I really think the defense is going to make the difference for the Panthers.
Okay. JM is taking the Vikings.
Yeah.
And Roz is taking the Panthers.
Okay, here we go. Aisha's going with the Vikings. Ooh. Okay. Gridiron Girl. I'm gonna lean on Gridiron Girl, but I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
No,
I
it wouldn't be
like
too. That won't be too bad since you've lost weight. You can lean on her more.
yeah. Oh damn it! Gridiron
She's got a
Girl.
feeling.
Yeah, she's going with the Vikings.
Ooh.
Okay, but I didn't write. Oh, it's Aisha. Aisha's going with the Vikings. Damn it! Oh, I'm gonna reserve the right to adjust that one accordingly. But okay, fair enough.
He's
Next
gonna wait
game.
till after the game.
No. No, this one will be in a little bit. Cardinals 5-0 versus the Cleveland Browns 3-2. This is the first afternoon game. It's at 1:05 p.m. on Fox. It's at First Energy Stadium. This one, wow, this one is actually kind of close, folks. The Cardinals are 7th in total offense. The Browns are 5th. In total defense, the Cardinals are 12th. The Browns are 4th. In passing, the Cardinals are 7th and the Browns are 25th. And in rushing, the Cardinals are 9th. The Browns are 1st. Last time they played, December 24th, 2019, Cardinals 38, Browns 24. What is the line on this one, Big Dog?
Oh shit. Cardinals running. Cleveland by 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take Cleveland. I don't think the Cards can go 6-0.
Okay, we got
They
our
have to
first
prove
pick
me
in on
wrong.
that one. All right, Dream, what did you have? Or Big Dog, give us the picks, please.
All right. I am taking the Browns. Also, the baby shit Browns.
It wouldn't be Sports Talk with the Guys without the Baby Shit Browns.
Did he say
That's
baby
right.
shit?
Yep.
Yeah, Baby Shit Browns.
Because if you
Because
look
the
at the
colors.
color of their uniform, and anybody that's had a kid that's got to change a diaper, it kind of
Little
kind of goes there.
chocolate
If
pudding,
you
huh?
haven't been covered in vomit, pee, and poo, are you even a parent?
That is true. Okay,
I was
so
lucky.
Dream is taking the Cardinals with a fire emoji, And Roz is taking the Cardinals.
Okay, so I do apologize. I'm going to catch up real quick. Dream is taking the Cardinals.
Yep.
Rosalind is taking the Cardinals.
Yes.
What are you taking, Big Dog?
The Baby
Oh,
Shit
you're
Browns.
taking the Browns. Yes,
Yeah,
I
Baby Shit
apologize.
Browns.
Now I'm going to say
Gridiron Girl
this is
is
my
taking
gamble game. This is my I'm going to try to up my percentage with the offset win game.
Okay.
Okay, Gridiron Girl is taking the Browns. Aisha is taking the Cardinals. Oh, I know. 6-0, huh? Okay, this is my thinking. Check this out. When you look at the numbers, the Cardinals have total points of 35, and the Browns have 34. Wow, and they are at home.
Now, I also want to say this. When you have that kind of a record, you got a target on your back.
Yes.
Yep.
And people are going to play
yeah,
a lot harder to knock you off. They want to be the first one to give you that L.
Yep.
So,
And the Baby Shit Browns still have something to prove. So
yeah. I mean, this is a tough call for me. It really is. Because I mean, all the
Prove us
numbers
wrong,
are pointing towards
Arizona.
the numbers are pointing to the Browns. I get it.
Oh, they're at
You know,
Cleveland.
yeah. And you can't just push them forward and be like, okay, this, they're going to get this one. This is over. I think the Cards are going to give them a hell of a game.
Okay.
I really think the Cardinals are going to take it though. I don't think they're gonna succumb to the pressure.
All right. Scorekeeper's going with the Browns on this one. Sorry, Dream. I love you, brother, but yeah, I'm going with them.
It's okay. Like I said, I'm happy for you all to take the Browns. Because like I said, this might just help my percentage up a little bit.
All right. It's personal competitive. That's why we're doing this.
gee, I wonder who Gridiron Girl is going to take on this next game.
Okay, this one, I know. Okay, the Raiders 3-2 versus the Broncos 3-2 at 1:25 p.m. It's going to be on CBS. It's at Empower Field at Mile High. The Raiders are 14th in total offense. The Broncos are 18th. In defense, the Raiders are 9th. The Broncos are 3rd. The Raiders are 4th in passing. The Broncos are 22nd. And in rushing, the Raiders are 29th. The Broncos are 13th. Last time these two teams played, famously on January 2nd, 2021, the Raiders did edge the Broncos 32-31, and I did pick the Raiders to win in that game. So that's my only claim to fame.
I don't think it's gonna happen this go around.
Yeah.
The line is Denver by 4.
Yeah. I'm going to speak for Gridiron Girl. This one's easy. She's going to take the Broncos. JM is going to take the Broncos, I believe he said. Scorekeeper is going to take the Broncos because I'm a realist. What are the picks as well? Aisha's going with the Raiders.
Okay. This one's going to bite me in the ass because I'm going with the Raiders once again. They've already let me down 2 times in a row.
They wouldn't be the Raiders if they didn't.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure it'll be the trifecta, but I am going with the Raiders only because of the rivalry that's there. Dream is taking the Broncos, and Roz is taking the Raiders.
Don't speak for Gridiron Girl.
I think there's going to be a lack of concentration with the Raiders. I don't think, they got a head coach. The head coach is gone. They got some work to do.
You telling, Gridiron Girl.
All right, JM, I apologize. I actually was listening to you. I'm just in shock because Gridiron Girl is being Gridiron Girl, so good for her. She said, "Don't speak for her." I apologize. So what were the picks again? All I heard was white noise. What are the picks again, Big Dog?
I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah, I got that.
Begrudgingly. Dream is taking the Broncos, and Roz is taking the Raiders.
Oh man. All right, fine, whatever. Okay, it is what it is. Next game: Dallas Cowboys, who are 4-1 versus the New England Patriots. It's going to be at 1:25 p.m. on CBS, Gillette Stadium. The Cowboys are 3rd overall on offense. The Patriots are 26th. On defense, the Cowboys are 23rd. The Patriots are 5th. In passing, the Cowboys are 12th. The Patriots are 20th. And on total rushing, the Cowboys are second. The Patriots are 27th. Last time these two teams played was November 23rd, 2019. And the Patriots took it to the Cowboys 13-19. Big Dog, what is the line on this one?
Surprisingly, even though those are very different numbers, they're contrasting
There we
numbers.
go.
The Cowboys are only favored by 3.
How y'all doing? All right.
All right. So let me see. I know the picks in the chat room are coming. I will not speak for Aisha because I know she'll slam me as well. But I think she's going to go with the Cowboys on this one. Tentatively. We shall see. Gee, Big Dog, who are you going with on this one?
I'm going to take the Patriots because there's no way in hell I ever take the Cowboys.
Same.
Mr. Dream is going with the Patriots, although I had to confirm with him on that
You
one.
really going with the Patriots on this one?
He detests the Cowboys as much as I do. And Roz is
I'm
going
not
with
even
the
a
Cowgirls.
Cowboys fan, but you have
No,
to admit
There's a
they're doing
difference.
really good this year.
Jam. There's a difference between not being a fan and hating with the passion.
Yeah. Gridiron Girl is going with the Cowgirls.
Yeah.
I'm going with the
Because I know
Cowgirls.
Cowboys fans are obnoxious, but
JM, trust me.
I don't know if they're going to win a Super Bowl this year, but
I have been. They've bitten me in the ass so many times this year. It's not even funny. Well, as you can tell with the record, what are they 4-1? So they've bitten me ass. They've bitten me in the ass 4 times.
I will lovingly take the L for not picking them.
Same here.
Yeah.
I will
Same
take
here.
that.
All right. Well, Aisha says the Cowboys, but the Patriots just might edge it. But she's taking the Cowboys. So we have Big Dog and Dream taking the Patriots.
my phone is doing it.
Aisha, Scorekeeper, Rosalind, and Gridiron Girl are taking the Cowboys.
And JM.
James taking the Cowboys. Yes, thank you. That's why I appreciate your help and backing up on making sure we get the picks, folks. So that is the last afternoon game. Then we have the evening game, which is Seattle 2-3 versus Pittsburgh 2-3. Just a few years ago, this was a primo game. It is what it is now at 5:20 p.m. Pacific time on NBC. It's at Heinz Field, and we lost. And now he is back. JM, thank you. It's at Heinz Field. Seahawks are 19th in total offense. The Steelers are 27th. In total defense, the Seahawks are 32nd, so they are the most charitable team. The Steelers are 14th. In passing, the Seahawks are 16th. The Steelers are 19th. And in rushing, the Seahawks are 19th. And the Steelers are 31st. Last time these two teams played, the Seahawks edged the Steelers on September 14th, 2019, 28-26. Big Dog, what is the line on this one?
The Steel Curtain by 5.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
There's
Fair
no
enough.
such thing as a steel curtain anymore.
Yeah.
True.
All right. JM, what's it going to be? Do you have a pick?
I didn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just heard
Seahawks
him say the
2-3.
steel curtain.
Yeah,
Oh,
Seahawks 2-3 versus Steelers 2-3.
Seahawks.
Okay.
I hate you.
Thank you, JM. Okay, I believe Dream is going with the Steelers. Is that correct?
JM,
Yes.
just for future reference, I will never pick the Cowgirls. I will never pick the Seahens. I will never pick the Boston Celtics. I will never pick the Boston Red Sox. Those are just teams that I will never pick for personal reasons, and it may go against better judgment, but if I feel that they might win, that just means I won't put money on the game, but I will never pick those teams.
All right. Well, we got JM for the Seahawks, the Steelers. It's Dream and Gridiron Girl.
And myself. And Roz is taking the Seahawks.
Okay. So, who else do we have? I guess it would just be me then. Oh, no, Aisha. We need Aisha's pick. let me take a look at the way I do my math to get an idea. 19, 32, 16, and 19. Wow.
32 is a
No
big number.
way. 19, 32, 16, and 19. That's 86 total points for the Seahawks. The Steelers are 27th, 14th, 19th, and 31. That's 91 for the Steelers.
So in essence, they both suck.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There's no doubt. Yeah. But that charitable defense, man. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. Aisha's going with the Steelers, and she has her doubts. But they are playing at home. Ugh. This is a worthless game. I am going with the Seahawks.
I hate
You have that in the form of a question.
Yeah, thank you. I will take the Seahawks to maybe win.
Maybe.
All right, folks. Yeah, sorry.
I just feel like it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, well, we'll see. The Monday night game, folks. This one's not too bad. The Buffalo Bills 4-1 versus the Tennessee Titans 3-2. 5:15 p.m. on ESPN at Pacific time. It's at
Look
Nissan
at that number
Stadium.
1.
Yeah. The Bills are 9th in total offense. The Titans are 11th. The Bills are 1st in total offense. The Titans are 19th. In passing, the Bills are 10th. The Titans are 26th. And in rushing, the Bills are 5th. Titans are 3rd. Last time these two teams played, the Titans took it to the Bills 42-16 on October 12th, 2020. Big Dog, what is the line on this one?
The Bills by 5.5.
Yeah. And scorekeeper is going to go with the Bills to win, and it's not going to be as close as everyone thinks. So,
yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills as well. They surprised me last week. So,
okay, JM, thank you. Big Dog, what are the picks?
I'm taking the Bills. Dream is taking the Bills. Roz is taking the Bills.
Wow. Okay. All right. Big Dog, Dream, and Rosalind taking the Bills. All we need is Gridiron Girl and Aisha, and we got them. And there it is. Bills, 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 says Gridiron Girl. Okay. And Aisha's going with the Bills as well. Okay. Folks, we did it. We're good. We're done.
Okay.
And there's the posts, and there they are. So what's up?
Okay, so just to give everybody, I'm not sure if everybody's checked their cumulatives or not, but I'm going to give an update. So this was as of last week. These are the cumulatives for our picks that we've been doing. And I'm going to go in descending order. So Almighty came out of nowhere. He's been doing very well. He is now 42-20 for a 67.7% winning. I'm right behind him at 42-21, 66.7.
42-21. Okay.
Scorekeeper is 41-22, 65.1.
Okay, hold on. Scorekeeper is 41 and what?
22.
Okay.
65.1%. Then it's Gridiron Girl at 40-23, 63.5%. Then it is JM at 17-13, 56.7%.
very nice.
Dream.
You have a winning record.
Dream is 35-28, 55.6%.
Damn.
Aisha is 25-20.
Oh, yeah.
55.6%. Same as Dream, percentage-wise. But Dream gets the nod on it because he's picked more games. And then Roz is 16-28, 36.4%.
So this is her off week.
Yeah, we have not had picks from Last week we didn't get any picks from Charlie, Tony, Sergio, or Lewis. And Speedy hasn't given us a pick since he's only given us that 1 week. Speedy is 8-7 at
What's
53.3%.
scorekeeper's record again?
Scorekeeper is 41-22, 65.1%.
So you said last week I gave you a run for your money.
Last week you were JM. Last week you were 10-5,
Yeah, you had a good
66.7%. Scorekeeper was 9-7, 56.3%.
I think my first.
Wow. The champ
I think my
is here.
first week I think week 2 it was that I had a really freaking awesome week.
Yeah, and then you haven't had very well.
Yeah, I know. I've been hitting
But-
about 50%.
But you've been busy.
Yeah.
Aisha says, "Hey, I'm not doing too shabby. I'm a happy girl."
Yeah.
All right. So, what are the standings on the others that have been doing it?
Huh?
I know Speedy was 8-7.
I know.
Who are the other?
Okay,
Tony.
Okay,
Hold
we'll
on.
go from the top. Charlie is 11-4,
Okay.
73.3. Then it's Tony Kanapka. He's 26-19, 57.8. Then it's Sergio, 7-6, 53.8. And Lewis has the exact same record, 7-6, 53.8.
Yes, Sergio was in earlier, and I'm sorry that we didn't get him in right now. So, okay, folks,
Well,
I'm going
I
to
will
post
say
all of
this.
this. Yes.
I always have bad seasons when the Cowgirls and the Seahawks do well.
Okay.
That's funny. All right. I'm going to go over there to Sports Talk with the guys right now. Forgive me.
And I will join you back in a couple of minutes. I got to switch to my car. I'll be back right now.
Okay,
Later.
fair enough. JM, what are some of the stories you want to get to? Okay, maybe not.
Did I say something?
Yeah, did you want to get to anything in particular?
Kyrie Irving. I'm so sick
Yeah,
of
we
Kyrie
did talk
Irving.
about that a moment ago. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, such a distraction. He needs to just quit. Just quit, Kyrie. Just go about your business, bro, because the Nets will not win a championship with you there.
They are not signing an
I said this when he was with Cleveland. I knew that situation with him and LeBron wasn't gonna work out because Kyrie wanted his own team. He tried it in Boston, didn't work. He's just not a winner. And though I love Kyrie, I love his game, he's just not a winner. That's all I have to say about that. But it's frustrating watching what's going on with those cats are talented. They deserve a shot at the title, and Kyrie is squandering it. So that's all I have to say to that.
Yep, 100% right there. He has not played as a team member. He's all about distractions. He lets it get into his head, and it just channels through into the locker room.
All right, folks, just very quickly, I want to comment. I know you guys don't see this, but last year's episode on Sports Talk with the Guys had 563 views, just to give you an idea. Okay, yes, it's a yay. But I want to, even though we don't have, we love the activity. We love everyone that's joining us. But folks, we do have a large audience. We do have quite a few people that do check out our episodes. So just keep that in mind because it's a lot of fun. We do this and we do get responses. I try to get to them as best I can, but we are eternally grateful. 1 year ago, we had 536 views just on one episode. So we are eternally thankful. Sometimes I've been told that I exaggerate the numbers. No, I don't. Check it out, folks. You think here it is. I'm going to share the screen again, and you're going to see it. There it is. There's the one episode, the one I got my mouse over. I'm wearing my Lakers t-shirt, and there it is, 563 views. That's just one episode, folks. So we do have a worldwide
And to put it
audience.
into perspective, none of us ever watch these videos again.
That's correct. That is a joke that JM doesn't know about, but I've said it over and over. There's someone that we held in high, Pristine, the couch potato,
Yeah.
where he was talking to me online one time. He says, Scorekeeper, when you go over the episodes and you hear your mistakes, like, oh, what? Yeah, when you hear the episode again. It's like, you listen to your episodes all the time. I'm like, hell no. My voice is way too annoying. I can't listen to it twice.
That's how you get better,
So,
though, man. How you
well,
doing? How
okay.
you doing, Miss Howard?
Sports talk with the guys.
You have a good one.
So let's see. Aisha says, so despite my rocky start being silenced, I'm off to see my mother. So stay safe and keep safe, guys. All right. Thank you, Aisha. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And we're all good. We got a like from Michael Day. Thank you, Michael.
Hey,
All good in the
Michael.
hood,
I haven't
yes.
talked to you in a minute.
It has. That's right. It's been a minute. I believe it's next week that we are going to be doing live cut-ins, I guess, because they're going to be filming in Lexington, as we did a few years ago. No, actually, earlier in the year with Potemkin Pictures. So as they're filming, we're going to be doing live cuts. So it's kind of cool, and we're going to be doing it. I believe it is next week. So we're looking forward to that. So all right, Kyrie, dude, we did comment on our Facebook page. Dude, you have the right to do whatever you want. But Big Dog earlier did say, hey, you know what? He didn't make a scene. He was adult about it. He gets it. He's just not going to get his shot, and that's it.
He is making a scene. What do you mean he didn't make a scene? That's the scene. This whole
No,
thing is
Big
the
Dog. Big Dog did. That's what he said. He's, he was an adult. He's this and this. I agree with you, dude. It got hot a little while ago with the Big Dog, and I understand why with COVID-19. I get it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude,
okay. Big Dog's
Kyrie
back.
is
He's
not
coming in
making
right
a
now.
scene. Kyrie is not making a scene. He is making his own damn movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Welcome back, Big Dog.
Hola.
Yeah. JM, would you kindly repeat what you did?
Oh, about Kyrie Irving?
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying, man, Kyrie Irving is just a big distraction. He talking
Oh yeah,
about.
he is.
Yeah, he's just a huge distraction, man. I just wish he just quit.
Nah, he's not gonna walk away from his $30-something million.
He's not getting paid right now.
Well, see now
So what's the point?
that's what I was talking about earlier before you guys came on. He's not getting paid for the home games, but they have not made it clear whether or not they're going to pay him for the away games because it's the choice of the team not to play him. So in essence, a DNP rather than the home game. Now the home games I understand, so he'll lose half his salary, but the away games he's available to play. It's just that they're choosing not to use him.
Right, because it's like, dude, you're playing part-time. You got a part-time job now. You're making $30 million a year and you want to work part-time. That's not cool.
and I totally agree with the Nets about not wanting to use him, but I mean, his answer to that is going to be, well, you guys are choosing not to use me, so I should still get paid.
Man, take the damn vaccine, man. You know what?
I know.
I have my disagreements with the vaccine as well. But when it comes down to something that's bigger than you, just take the damn vaccine.
I agree. I the only thing I will say is, the way he gave his Instagram video, he didn't blame anybody. He said it's my decision. I accept the consequences. I'm not mad at the NBA. I'm not mad at the city of New York. I'm not mad at the Nets. This is just my decision, and these are the consequences. I'll give him that. That's about it. But that's the only thing I'll give him. But yeah, he is a complete distraction right now.
Okay, so
He's
if
always
he's not
been
mad at
distracted.
them, oh yeah, he is. He's always been, and this is just yet another thing. Okay, so if he's not mad at the NBA and the team, then he's not going to get paid.
Yep. The correct way to do it is I am not happy with this decision. I'm going to file a grievance with the union and move forward.
Well, okay.
But I mean,
We're not there
that's
yet.
neither here nor there. But
Yeah, we're not there yet, folks, because a decision hasn't been made on whether he's going to be paid or not. I believe they've made the decision, but it's not public yet. So we don't know. I think we're just blowing in the wind right now.
Well, as of right now, the last things I've heard is that they're talking, of course, trade, which is they're saying Philly is the main one.
Philly does
yeah,
not
I
want
was
him.
just gonna say that. I was just gonna
Philly
say that
does
Philly
not want
needs a
Kyrie
point
Irving.
guard. They need a
Philly
point
does-
guard.
They
Period.
don't want Kyrie. It's
No,
already,
nobody
it's already
wants
been said.
Kyrie.
The interesting thing is, this is the interesting one. Remember now, James Harden has not signed his contract.
Nope.
James Harden and the GM, who used to be, of course, in Houston, Morey, is now the GM of Philadelphia, and they have a very close relationship. So there is talk of a three-way trade,
Oh,
and they're looking for a third team to take Kyrie
me.
where James Harden goes
Hey.
to the 76ers.
That could be interesting.
Okay,
And-
we may have lost JM for a moment, dude. Are you okay? Did you just get bit?
No. There's a dog that just likes my attention, and she scared me. I didn't know she was sitting right here. And
Oh,
yes, she barks
I'm
to get my
sorry.
attention. She just likes to be loved on. So I didn't realize she was out here. So yeah, she scared the
Okay,
shit
I
out of me.
apologize. Yeah, I thought that she'd bit you, so I was
She's
just,
gonna
hey,
bark when I walk off too. So just be prepared.
it's okay. Hey, you know what? Lucky you, dude. I don't even get that. Oh, there he's walking off.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! But that's what I mean. I don't even get dogs to bark at me both ways. So good for you, JM. I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm a dog guy, so I get along with dogs in my neighborhood.
I used to be a dog guy, but when you live with them an entire life and your sister doesn't maintain them, oh
Yeah.
I have nothing for dogs. And then when you have a neighbor that has them just go over to your yard and just have them do their business, and then her line is, "Well, mine aren't the only ones."
That would piss
That's
me off.
funny.
You know what I would do? I would go and take a shit in their yard.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
you're right.
cats! All my cats do is go over there and think it's fertile ground.
No, he
I do
meant
it-
you actually go
yeah.
over.
I know,
I do
I
it
heard him, but I'm
myself.
not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. It's just what nerve that,
Hey,
that
yo,
they're-
what if
No.
he said, hey, you know what? That's a good idea.
No, what you do is you don't eat anything, and you just drink a lot of coffee, and just spray the door.
Okay, that's actually possible right now with me, unfortunately.
Drink a lot of coffee, spray the door.
Yeah, that really is. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and switch gears back to the NFL very quickly and pile on because that's what we do here. But intelligently, he's gone, John Gruden, and he's gone because of the second release of emails, and they're a lot worse than the first ones. So, okay, the real talk is, okay, they got him. He resigned. Everyone is saying he got fired. The Raiders have stayed quiet on this. Apparently, there are a lot of stupid little kids right now that are saying that they're after the Raiders' Mark Davis to get him out of the league. Okay, JM, why? Why are they after Mark Davis? What has he done?
He's Al Davis's son.
I mean,
Right, but Mark Davis hasn't done a damn thing to piss the league off.
but Al Davis nobody has been a fan of Al Davis.
Right, and the Crypt Keeper is
He
dead.
hasn't been a popular guy amongst the owners.
Mark Davis?
Yeah. But, I mean,
Really? For doing
I'm going to tell you, man, I'm very
nothing.
surprised at Gruden.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed and surprised at Gruden. I didn't think he was on that. That kind of threw me for a loop. Because I was a big fan of Gruden. I watched him growing up. So this kind of threw me for a loop unexpectedly. I just don't understand how, you live you work in a league, where it's predominantly black and brown people, and you talk like that. It's crazy, man. We need to get it together, America.
JM, that did throw me too. I was a Gruden fan. I was really disappointed on, because remember, folks, this isn't one email. These are now hundreds of emails where he wrote some really stupid stuff in them, and it's a
Yeah.
shame. It is a shame. He can say whatever he wants, but the writing speaks for itself. Uh, it's really disappointing.
Very.
Dream, your comments on this one?
You are free to say and do whatever the F you want,
Yeah,
but you are not free from the consequences of those actions.
yeah.
Yep.
And if
Everything
you're
has
going
a
to be a
consequence.
jerk, if you're going to make those kinds of comments, if you're going to put that out in print for everybody to see, you know, it's you're gonna suffer those consequences, man. You're not free from that.
Yeah,
So I
folks.
mean, I'm disappointed in the whole thing. It's not surprising because I know I'm not an idiot and I know what kind of world I live in. But for everybody who is a minority, who's ever had any kind of negative interaction or experienced racism or anything of that nature, like, we're not surprised. We're not surprised. We're saddened and we're discouraged, but we're not surprised.
Uh, Overall, yes, Dream. We've seen this before many times, but I think we just didn't think that it was there with Gruden.
Yeah.
But now we look back, and there were people that were talking. I think it was, oh my God, I think he's on ESPN right now. And he called him out back then, and he called him out now. He called him a fraud. I forget who it is that said that. I wonder if I have that one.
Not Marcellus
Oh,
Wiley, huh?
no, I don't think so. No. Let me see. Who is it that called him out? Let's see if I have that one. But oh, that article doesn't show up. Was it Keyshawn Johnson that called him out?
That makes sense. Keyshawn played with him in Tampa, right?
Yeah, but he called him out then too.
That could be why
Because I think,
Keyshawn wasn't with the team after that.
yeah. Remember, he was there for a year and then he was gone. And he
Mm-hmm.
called him a fraud back then, and he's calling him a fraud now. And it's a shame. And Keyshawn was not very happy about that.
I'm going to say this, and it might come back to bite me later because this is online. When I just meet somebody who is Caucasian, I automatically assume that they're racist.
I try not to.
When
I
I get
try
to
not
know
to.
them, that's a different story. It's proven otherwise to me. And that's, call it reverse racism, if you will, whatever. But I don't expect to be treated fairly. I don't expect to be treated, with the respect that we deserve. That's just how I was growing up, and that's how I was raised. I've experienced it many, many, many times, as have we all, I'm assuming. But I have a distaste in my mouth for it. I don't enjoy that. That's how I feel. But growing up, it's like, don't stand too close to the products when you're looking at it in the store. Don't touch something unless you're actually going to buy it.
Mhm.
Don't always walk straight and act right when you're walking around. When you notice there's cops in the area, make sure you're behaving yourself, because it doesn't take anything to get the attitude is already there before, like, the preconceived notions are already there batting against you before you've even made an impression. It's for minorities. I feel it is our responsibility to prove to the rest of the white world that we're not criminals, we're not rogues or thieves or whatever you want to call us. We're not. We're fighting a battle before we've even been introduced to people. When you get into an elevator, just, oh my god, just waiting for an elevator. I was waiting for an elevator in a hotel recently, and there's this two white ladies that come up behind me, and they're waiting for the same elevator. And next thing you know, like they're standing far behind, whispering and holding their purses really tight, and terrified for their lives. And it's like, I'm literally just downstairs waiting for an elevator, just like you. Like, what the hell? Like, why are you so pent up over it? And then I just backed up and let them go first, because I wasn't about to try to ride in the same elevator and give them a heart attack. It's just it's sad in this world, the state we live in, and the ignorance of people to think that it's not a thing, it's not an issue. For a lot of people that don't experience that type of attitude, or don't have those experiences, I will say that I read this, and it really woke me up to what's going on. Not every white person is racist, but
Right.
every white person has benefited from a racist system. And think about
And
that.
but and not only that, but I think that a lot of white people are, like he said, a lot of white people aren't racist. I think that most of them are misinformed. Most of them don't know their history. They've been indoctrinated with this bullshit that's been taught in the schools, and they have these strong opinions about certain communities, but they don't know anything about these communities. They've never interacted with these communities. They stay in their own communities. They have communities that they never, they don't have to leave. They have their own stores, their own gas stations, everything. So their
Yep.
interaction with black and brown people is very limited to what it's only limited to what they see on TV. And a lot of them think that we just shuck and jive like on TV. So they kind of treat us like that. It's mostly conservative though. It's the conservatives. That's the issue. Conservatism, like deep conservatism is toxic in my opinion, because all of that stuff spawned racism. Classism spawned racism, and conservatism is rooted in classism. So
Yep.
it's just gotta be a balance, and people have to be more open to conversation. Because there's definitely a disconnect.
100%.
Now,
Just
folks.
being raised, I was told, it's like, don't use colloquialisms, don't use slang.
Mhm. Yep.
In essence, I was taught, talk white. Talk white.
Yeah, but what is talking white though?
That exactly. And that's how I was. But don't use slang, don't use colloquialisms, don't even use abbreviations if you can avoid it.
No hood speak, basically.
Yep. And it's discouraging, but at the same time, that's what we have to learn to survive.
Folks, I have to tell you, and look, I need to continue to preface this, or I need to preface this, continue, that, folks, we are sharing our opinions related to the John Gruden emails. So you need to, if you're going to stay with us, we ask you to stay with us on this. And you need to understand that these are the experiences that we've had. Right or wrong, they are the experiences that we have. Look, for those of you that were watching Monday Night America, Michael Day and I are old dogs. And yet our jaws dropped when Bo Christian said about the view of Uhura and the ladies on the original Star Trek. Go back and look. And Michael and I were like, holy crap, we don't see it that way, because we were brought up in a different way. And it's just, you have age, you have class, and you have ethnicities. So, okay.
Well, the
Fine.
people that are making our laws that we live in grew up before segregation. They're in their 80s, 90s, and they grew up, having separate schools, separate water fountains. And I mean, they're born in the 40s and the 50s. Like, they know that's the world that they grew up in. and how they were raised by their parents who grew up in, all white worlds. We're slowly getting more people of color into the government, which is good. And then these people are looked down on and looked at as less than for actually speaking their mind and trying to put forth laws that benefit people of color. And people are saying, well, that's not fair, that's not right, that's not justice, because you can't benefit one class over another. But it's like giving two people that are, so you have one person that's 4 foot tall, one person that's 6 foot tall, and telling them to look over a 10-foot fence. You give them both 4-foot boxes to stand on, that's fair, but that's not just.
Yeah.
The person that's 6 foot
It's
tall
like
is going to be
giving
able to
two
look over
people.
that fence. The person that's 4 foot tall is not going to be able to look over that fence. They're not even going to get to sniff the top of that fence. There's so much that is not right. And it's the world that, people like John Gruden have grown up in, because it's I'm sorry for getting on my soapbox here, but we need to do better as a population, as human beings. You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't even just read the inside
Yeah.
jacket anymore. Everybody is so deep and so aware because
Yep.
of the internet and all the social media that's out there. You know,
You got a
this
lot of people wearing
technology has
masks
made the world
now.
a much smaller place.
I'm sorry, JM. What?
I said because of the technology, you got people wearing masks now. But see, people
Oh,
can't hide who they really are. So eventually, it's gonna come out. It's hard to
Yep.
hide now, man. I'm
you know,
trying to figure out what I did. If there's anything that's gonna pop up on me,
I'll tell you this. I gave it a thought, and I'm actually okay with everything that I've written because everyone knows who I am and what I am because I say what I am, and I've had my experiences. It's interesting, Dream, that you said what you did about a certain class that you expect them to be. Let me tell you, folks, being an old dog, I believe that most, and don't argue with me on this because it's my opinion. I believe most people are racist because racist is fear. Everyone who's racist, it's because of fear of the unknown. We know that. And JM talked about that when you stay in your groups, when you experience other ethnicities, you learn and you realize you may not have anything in common, but when you finally get the chance to meet people, oftentimes your opinions change. For some people, it will never change because of the superiority complex, the belief that you are just superior. You cannot
and then
deal with
some
those
people are
people.
just closed-minded. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
some people are just closed-minded.
yeah, they are.
Me growing up, I grew up. I used to party with white people. That's all I partied with. Like in college and everything, I didn't experience racism until I met Thomas and I started working at Guitar Center. That's when I really started experiencing it. And it changed my view of everything. And I started looking at the world a lot differently.
I started looking at the world differently when I became a shop steward and I had to deal with people and you learn how people are. And I can only tell you that these are individual experiences and oh, I've dealt with many people and they're ignorant. They really are. And when they find out that I'm Latin, because a lot of people do not think that I'm Latin, and it's amusing to me. And
Same.
yeah, and with me, I pass as European. I am due to my DNA.
Yeah, I thought Thomas was Japanese when I first met him.
That's good.
I'm just
A
joking.
lot of people, a lot of people think that I'm European or Middle Eastern, which is kind of interesting. But generally European. So I'm part of the tribe, believe it or not. And then with my lexicon, sorry for the big words, I have, and it's all appearances. When I was 18, I went out with a shirt and tie everywhere I went. I told Dream the time that I walked into a dealership, a Ford dealership in Commerce, and I am like 19, 20, and the sales manager's like, "Don't worry, Mr. Noriega, just leave me a check and take the car home. Go ahead." I'm 18, you dumbass! I'm like, "Oh
That's
my
hilarious.
God!" And it was just funny to me. But it's because of the language, how I came across. Yes, I walked in with basically a suit because I was always dressing that way. I always dressed well. And I have been pulled over by police, sheriffs, highway patrol, and I've actually given them more attitude than they've given me. There was one that I was driving up from a restaurant, and we had Tommy's in our car, and the cop comes up and he says, "May I see your identification?" And he said it in such a way that he had an accent. I'm like, "You're asking me for my papers." It was amusing to me. I said, "Who has a thicker accent?" As a matter of
That's
fact,
fun.
I'm betting that my lexicon is a little bit more. But you see, that's supremacist, that's elitist, and that's being a bastard myself. So, okay, I readily handed over my ID, and he asked me, "Have
It's
I been drinking?" And I looked, and I said, "No, sir. We have Tommy's in the car. We will be drinking." And the guy chuckled, and he handed my ID like super fast. He said, "They get to where you're going." That
I
was
mean,
kind of
Man.
hey,
funny.
but it is frustrating when you know you haven't done anything wrong, and then a cop walks up to you and starts to ask you questions like you're guilty. That's frustrating. I don't think a lot of people understand how frustrating that is. When you know you're a
I've
straight
had
shooter and
yeah,
you're being harassed.
I've had so many negative cop experiences. It's not even funny.
I have not. I have not, and I JM. I can only imagine what it is. My utter
I
sympathy,
mean,
because I
look,
I can't
I'm gonna
even
say
tell
this.
you I understand. I'm not going to insult you by saying that, JM, because I don't.
Well, I'll say this, man. I've dealt with in situations with cops, but it's nowhere near on the level that I've seen. Out here in New Orleans is a different kind of place, man. I mean, everybody knows everybody. So if there's gonna be racism, it's gonna be very overt.
Hmm.
It's because the black people out here are wild, man. Like you see how that shit that happened with George Floyd, it wouldn't happen down here because they would tear this city apart. So I think a lot of people are afraid to do anything down here.
Well, that
It's
might be
just
good, and that might be bad, man. It might be good,
they
because then
would
that
burn
just
this city
keeps
to the ground,
everyone.
man.
Yeah, it keeps everyone honest,
Yes,
and it
indeed.
should be that way. Yeah, it is. And folks, this is a deep conversation that I am prepared to have and I want to have, but I want experiences from all sides. And you're only getting our side right now, and even then it's bottled up. But it doesn't change anything. We believe this place is a better place, but it has work to be done. That's not a lecture, that's not on a pulpit. Dream, if anyone knows, I'm not even beginning to comment. I'm not,
No.
because I am passionate about it. I do, folks. I've walked, and I've been called a pussy about this. That, oh, well, you don't take a stand. I say, f you. I have walked. I've demonstrated. I've been there. I have fought for my
Same.
community. I have fought for myself. I've done it, and I will never stop because it's something that I believe in. I'm challenging the youth of today. Hey, I know what I did, and I post it from time to time on Facebook. I've angered coworkers who yap and yip and yip and yip. I'm like, dude, shut up and go get it. I did.
Yep.
I want to tell you this story about Tom Hanks. He gave a speech at a graduation, and I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever heard. So I'm going to tell you this. He told this to a graduating class from a college. He says, there were three men that all experienced very deep fear. And they heard about this monk who lived up in the mountains, way up high where nothing could live, no vegetation, no animals, no insects, just very, very, very high up in the mountains. And he was known to be a very wise, wise man. So they decided to go visit him and ask him his solution to their problems. So they made the journey. And the first man walks up to the monk and says, "Oh, wise man, uh, we heard that you were very wise, and we're asking for your help for some solutions to our fears. We all have very deep fears." He says, "Yes, my children. What are your questions? What are your fears?" And the first one says, "Oh, wise man, I fear death. I am terrified that I'm going to go to sleep and not wake up." And the wise man says, "Ah, death. That is a very, very natural fear. What I want you to do is I want you to go home, and I want you to live every single day as if it were your last. Live a clean life, drink more water, and live each day to the fullest. Then you will not fear death, for you will be ready when it embraces you." The first man says, "Ah, yes, wise man, that is great advice. I will definitely do that." And the wise man turns to the second man and says, "What is your fear?" He says, "Well, I am scared of my neighbors. They're a different color than me. They celebrate strange holidays and eat strange smelling food. They have lots of kids, and they're always making noise. And I'm just scared because they don't live my lifestyle." And the wise man says, "Ah, yes, fear of strangers. It is a very common fear, very natural. What I want you to do, I want you to invite your neighbors over for dinner. Make them all your favorite foods and ask them to bring something of their culture that you can enjoy. I want you to give presents to their children. I want you to celebrate with them on your holidays and celebrate with them on their holidays and learn their ways. And then you will not be scared of them anymore." And the second man says, "Ah, yes, that is very good advice. Thank you, wise man. I will do that." And he turns to the third man. He says, "What is your fear, What is your fear, sir?" He says, "Ah, wise man who lives up in the mountains, up high, where nothing can live. I'm scared of spiders." Yes. The wise man says, "Ah, yes, spiders. No shit. Why do you think I live up here?"
You bastard. I kind of thought, I was like, okay, very good, Dream. I thank you for that. Folks, we will make this a conversation for another day. I ask you to join us and we will continue this conversation. We do have a little bit of time left, and we did get truthful straight up in this conversation, but we are going to go ahead and return to what it is that we do. And if it is still John Gruden, then we're going to stay on John Gruden. But JM, I am disappointed. But when I see people, I just take them for who they are, but I believe that they fear what they don't know. And I'm not directing that you at JM. I'm just saying I'm with you on what you said earlier. And I am with you too, Dream. So let me be generic on this.
Yeah.
I get you about being
Because I
frustrated.
mean, let me say this.
Okay.
Let me say this, Score. I too, had because I grew up in the suburbs. So my views on kids who are less fortunate than me, I had a distorted view because I didn't know any better. I just wanted to lay that out there until I got older, and I began to understand that hey, everybody doesn't have it. Because I always assumed everybody had the same thing I did, but it was never like that. So I'm sorry.
I believe all four of us that have been on this program have had distorted views, and that's fair. But they are experiences, and we're going to continue this conversation, folks. There's a lot to be said. but we are disappointed with Gruden. What I want to see is the people that were involved with Gruden that read those emails and did nothing about them. Because I'll tell you that if I get an email from someone and I detect, on Facebook, guys, you've heard me forever. The minute I detect hate speech, I block them. I'm gone. I don't want to have anything to do with that person. When I detect someone is, for lack of a better word, racist or full of hate, I'm done with them.
Well, I hate
just
the
I
Seahawks, so
block them.
don't block me.
I'm sorry.
I said I hate the Seahawks. Don't block me.
Oh, it's okay. That's different. This is sports, pal. You, dude, you bring baggage, and me liking your baggage. I'm stupid, and I'm
Don't
not trying
repeat
to
that. That just sounds
diminish.
bad.
Yeah, here, fair enough. I'm not trying to diminish what's going on either, but I want to see what the NFL is going to do because there are a lot of other guilty people up there as well. They wanted Gruden's ass. They got him because he dodged a bullet. He did, man.
What's
And
funny
he
is they
wasn't
said
going to let
we
go.
don't tolerate any kind of bad behavior like that, or we want to hold our people to higher standards, and yet they still have the banner of O.J. Simpson up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and folks, they're getting rid of Gruden, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and yet they have another guy that was convicted of domestic abuse.
Go figure.
Okay, domestic abuse. The guy is still in the champion circle, but yet Gruden, who insulted people through speech, I'm not, diminishing in any way. He's gone. He said something. The other guy actually did something, but he's still there. So whatever. All right. This is just the beginning of what's going to be happening in the NFL. And oh, good God, I can't wait. Because I know it's there. And I cannot wait to see what the NFL is going to have to cover up on. Because, folks, they released an email and look at what happened. One guy lost his job. Well, he got close. Then they released more. This investigation with the Washington team is not over. There are going to be some other heads that are going to roll, and I can't wait. So we'll see. All right, folks, 2:37 p.m. You are listening to Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. We are the best rock throwers out there. We keep it real, folks. You can't get this opinion anywhere else because we do. We're not little crybabies. We're adult crybabies. Come on, guys. We don't take
I
ourselves
hate
seriously.
you and I love you at the same time. This is great.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah, Patty. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. My cousin, she did like that one because we are, folks. There's a lot of
All
stuff that's
right.
going to be
I
coming
got
out.
to get going.
All right, Dream. Thanks,
So
pal.
you all have a good one. It's great talking to y'all. And bye, Prima. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Sounds good.
Likewise,
Thanks, Dream.
fellas. Y'all have a good night. I mean, a good day. I said good night. I'm tripping. Y'all have a good
You're all right,
morning.
man. You're busy. You're working. JM, thank you. All right. All right, folks. Well, there we are. We're going to go and continue, and it is what it is. You're stuck with the scorekeeper now. Big Dog may be returning. I know he went to pick up his daughter, but he is going through quite a bit of stuff, so we'll see. In Major League Baseball, as you know, a lot of exciting stuff. We did talk about that bad call earlier. Look, it is what it is. And Prima, I'm sorry for your loss, the Giants. I'm not going to hedge it all up again, or bring it all up again, but that was a bad call, and it looks bad for the sport. They're talking about, trying to get it right. That's why we have the replay, and yet that happens. I spoke of at the beginning of the program how it was Mr. Galarraga, the pitcher, I believe it was with the Detroit Tigers at the time, the one who threw the perfect game. Bad call at the very end. The ump got it wrong. The ump admitted he got it wrong. But what did baseball do? Not a damn thing. They didn't change it. They're not going to change this one either. But yet you have instant replay. I am not a fan of instant replay. They almost always get it wrong anyway. They don't. They don't get it right. Baseball was not meant for instant replay. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be there. It's the way it is, folks. You have winners and losers, and we're human beings. There's no such thing as perfection. I do believe there's a little bit of karma with the Giants and Doyers there. But you see, And I gave it up earlier. You cannot question a judgment call, but yet we've seen in the past when teams appeal, they do it on the grounds of appealing the ump's interpretation on the call. Once you get Major League Baseball to get in, then that's what you do. You get them in, and then they're going to have to rule on it. Oh, okay. It's all good. Yesterday was my grandma's 17th anniversary. I did see that post, Patty. I was with you on that one. Our grandmother, it was the passing her 17th anniversary yesterday. So, but hope springs eternal. Baseball will start up again. So anyway, but beyond that, folks, we are in the playoffs, and the Red Sox lost to the A-holes yesterday, 5-4. It's they're up in the best of game series. The Red Sox are down 1-0, or 0-1, I guess. Today it's the Doyers. They start at 8:08 p.m. Eastern time, which is 5:08 our time, and should be a good series. Dodgers are the favorites by a lot, and rightfully so. They are the better team. We'll see, but the Braves have home field advantage, 4-3. Game 1 is tonight, and I really expect the Dodgers to be able to pull this one off. Have they declared who's going to be pitching? No, they haven't determined yet. Max Fried will be starting the game for the Atlanta Braves. He's 14-7 with a 3.04 ERA. He struck out 158 batters, and he's already on the season. And he's 1-0 in the postseason with 9 Ks already. So we don't have the Dodgers pitcher because, of course, Scherzer did close it out last time. So as of this morning, right now, the Dodgers have not named their starting pitcher. So,
Kershaw.
we'll see. Sure, why not? Yeah. I think it's going to be Bueller, but what do I know?
Bueller.
I think it was a mistake with what the Dodgers... Look, I questioned every decision that Roberts did in Game 5. Oh, my God. I don't understand why he made it a starter game. Urias, he's a 20-game winner, damn it. He's won big games already. Why the hell wasn't he starting? But you know what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Roberts, who usually fucks up anyway, lucked out on this one. He did. Because I thought every call he was making was wrong. But he won Game 5. I guess that's all that matters. We are Monday morning quarterbacks. That's why we're throwing stones.
Well,
So, big dog.
They backed into Game 5.
Well, they shouldn't have been in that spot. But, yeah, it is what it is.
Do you think Kershaw will pitch at all? If, let's say, they make it to the World Series, will he be? You think he'll?
I think if anything, it'll be World Series. In my humble opinion, the Dodgers are clearly the superior team to the Braves, and even though the Braves have home field advantage, the Dodgers, even without Kershaw, outclass the Braves. Still, there's more talent on the Dodgers.
For those who don't know, the Braves have home field because they won their division.
Yes.
Is that the reason why?
That's correct. Yeah. Hey, you're wild card. You snuck in.
Yeah, at 106 games or 105 games. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thinking. I don't think it's always been that way, but I do agree. If you win your division, hey, circumstances, life isn't fair. Life is not fair. So,
just ask the Giants.
Ooh. All right. Fair enough. Okay.
Where'd everybody go?
They did have to get going, and it was about 3-4 minutes ago. So, I've been carrying Sports Talk with the guys for 3 minutes.
Oh, you've been carrying Sports Talk with the guys for 10 years.
We have, Big Dog. We have. So, it's all good. What else do you want to get to, Big Dog? Because I have a few other items, but it's not much. I already did the TKO where Fury stopped Wilder, which you commented about earlier. There's, I collect news deliberately, so we always have something to go on. But I don't understand why the Jaguars have not fired their coach already. I'm really surprised that he is still there. They're
Probably because no one wants the job.
they're 0-5, aren't they?
I believe so. Yes.
Big Dog, no one wants the job. You and I would take it in a heartbeat.
That is true.
And he's 0-5, so we're better than 0-5. I mean, as of right now, everyone is better than he is. So, when the Raiders went with their head coach, they had 3 coaches on staff that all had prior coaching experience. So it was interesting that they didn't go with any of them. They went with the one guy that didn't have head coaching, and that is Bisaccia. So, because I didn't realize the Raiders still had Tom Cable. So I was like, all right. I, being stupid as a Raider member of management, I would have gone with Tom Cable. He, folks, he's paid his price. It's done. You know, consider what you will. I mean, for what Cable did, give me a break. There's nothing. He should be a head coach, and I would have given it to him. But the Raiders had 4 assistants, and they went with the one that didn't have head coaching experience. Okay. So I just wanted your feelings, folks, on the Mark Davis thing. I read somewhere that now they want Mark Davis gone. The NFL is out to get rid of Mark Davis. Again, why?
And I mentioned it. He's Al Davis' son. The NFL and Goodell,
But those guys are dead.
Still to this day, the fact that all the things that Al Davis did to them, so they can't get Al Davis anymore because yes, he is dead, but they will go after his kids then.
Well,
Goodell,
they obviously have nothing on Davis because there's not been a peep. Davis has been, forgive me for saying this, folks, but as far as the NFL is concerned, Mark Davis has been a model corporate citizen. He's done nothing wrong. He has done everything. So that's why I appreciate that, big dog. But again, good luck. Unless they find something, but I just don't think it's there. Mark Davis is the luckiest bastard in the world.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think the NFL could get him out just because they don't like him.
Right. Remember, we've talked about that, folks.
Yeah.
Remember, we live in a different world, okay? Oh, okay. All right, Gridiron Girl. Yes, you're right. It is a sucky haircut. It really is. And they could get rid of him on it because of the bad image that he portrays in the NFL. But, folks, these are billionaires. It's a whole different world, the one that we will never live in. And the rules are designed to protect themselves. So you have to see that there's 32 owners, that the rules are there so they can't get kicked out as easily. They can't be just taken out. It's not that easy. So you're going to have something. And I'm not belaboring the point with you, big dog. I'm just reiterating what we've talked about in the past, that these rules are written in a way to protect themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So by protecting themselves, they're protecting each other. So we'll see. I don't know if you were here when I said it, but there's going to be a lot of fallout there's going to be a lot of other heads that are going to roll on these emails. I'm stunned that no one is asking. Well, we know that a lot of these emails were directed to one guy with the Washington team. There are lots more emails around, and I think they're going to be coming out because of this lawsuit. There's going to be a lot more, and there's going to be some more heads that are going to roll. And I just can't wait.
There's a lawsuit going on? That part I didn't catch.
Yeah, that's how we found out about the Gruden emails, because of the owner, Schneider, and the general manager, the hostile workplace that's been with the Washington team. That's how we found out about the first email. It was like
because of their sexual harassment or whatever, something at the workplace lawsuit. So they went looking. Yeah.
And they finally were. You got the flunkies reading the emails because the attorneys are not reading the emails. The only ones that are reading are the ones that the flunkies and the staffers are telling, hey, look at this, boss. And finally, someone recognized, who's a football fan, and said, Gruden, holy mother of God, look at this. They started looking at the other emails, and they followed them. Then that was it. And like I said, Gruden survived that first week because it was directed at one guy, the head of the NFL Players Association. And yes, the commentary is insensitive, it's rude, and it's insulting. It has racial overtones. But that's why he survived, because it had overtones. It was insulting. When the other emails came out, holy mother of God, there was more. There was homophobia. There was flat out racism. Oh, dude, it was bad.
And my understanding was
that the
other
NFL
emails,
let those emails get out.
the other emails that they found, I heard it was like a dozen or 2 dozen other emails over the years, and it wasn't through the Washington team. They just decided to go into Gruden's emails, and that's when they unearthed it, because evidently it was written to different teams. So the Washington probe into the emails uncovered that first one, and once they saw that one, then they decided to look into all the emails that Gruden had sent out over the years. It was my understanding.
Okay, fair enough. And I don't. Okay. Let me put it this way. That's not the conventional thinking right now. Because when he survived the week, remember, they were released on the Monday holiday. And the person that reported him was the one that reported him instantly. And he had a trove of other emails that were from all over the place. And based on the type of emails, as I understand it, it was the NFL said, oh, little bastard's not gone. Take these. So it's believed that it was the NFL that actually released these emails. There's no proof. There's no correlation. There's no corroboration. But it's like, oh, Gruden survived? Okay, we'll have his ass this time. So that was as of last week. The general perception was that it was the NFL that released these emails to the reporter. So we'll see. Because of the dump that was done, they didn't find very much. Like I said, it was that one particular email that Gruden wrote. But remember, there were the other emails about the cheerleaders, the pictures of them. They were shared. Look, I had a coworker that left one of the videos on my desk of someone. And I think we were talking about that, Big Dog, of how some famous people had their accounts hacked. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got the video. It was left on my desk. And I was like, oh, hell no. I don't want this video. I turned it in and I said, I don't want it. And, I implied to supervision, well, there are fingerprints on this video. Not digital. I'm talking about physical fingerprints on this package. Have at it as you will. So I am proud to say I did not see those videos. I had no interest in them, but I knew it was going to be nasty back then. I know who left the video on my desk. I told management who it was, but I don't know what happened because I don't. So we'll see. Roz, thank you for joining us. Appreciate the like, and hope you're feeling well right now. But you're here tolerating us, so we'll see. Oh, there it is. Good morning. Thanks, Roz. So what's up, Big Dog?
Hi, Roz. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling okay.
All right. So that's enough of the Gruden stuff. What else did you want to add?
Nothing much. Go ahead. I'm just reading this real quick.
Yeah, today is going to be a much shorter episode, folks. The NHL, congratulations to them. They've opened up. We're going to be talking about the NHL moving forward. And, yeah, I think I've covered everything. Well, actually, in baseball, Joey Gallo, who's with the Dodgers, with the Yankees, struck out over 212 times. And he didn't even play full time. And folks, you know I am not a fan of these guys. It's embarrassing to strike out. And Pete Rose went off on Gallo and indirectly on everyone else. And he did say that Ray Charles could not strike out as much as Gallo did and as much as these other guys. I'm sure some people are going to get offended by that. At this point, who cares? But it is embarrassing with Major League Baseball, these batters. The swing rate is ridiculous. It's stupid, and it's just the problem with baseball is the fact that batters just strike out too much because there's no penalty for them. All they're going to be awarded for is productivity. And the way the system is what you're getting. So baseball has to change it. Has to change it fast. Otherwise, it's not going to fix itself. Strikeouts have increased exponentially. And there's no way it's going to get better unless you change the game. And you reward total productivity. And you have to penalize for strikeouts. You have to penalize for not advancing runners. I've said it, folks. It's easy to come up with a system where you give points for positives. But nowhere are you going to have a scrub earning what a home run hitter or a high productivity player. A run accounts for more points. A run batted in, a home run, yes. Singles have value, so do doubles and triples. Walking. But when you leave 3 guys on base, that's not 1 negative. That's 4. You made an out and you left 3 runners on. That's 4 points on the negative. Now, if he would have grounded out and advanced a runner, he still made an out, but he scored a run. So however you want to design this system, you can make it where they all earn. But again, the productive players, whatever baseball wants to put the value on, you can change the game, and you can change it overnight. Because when these guys start earning more money, you would get this game to change. You would see at-bats that matter, and you would get fewer strikeouts. Because striking out is now all of a sudden a negative. You'd be paying for it. So anyway, all right. What else do you want to add, Big Dog?
Nothing much. It's pretty much what you were saying. It does say it in this article, and this is from ESPN, saying that when Gruden wrote these emails, he was working for ESPN at the time.
Yes, that's correct.
And
as a matter of fact, most, if not all of these emails were while he was with these ESPN.
Yeah. It talked about the Washington team, the thing, and that the executives reviewed more than 650,000 emails.
Yeah, and I remembered the number as being 150,000. So
Yeah,
it was 650. That's a lot, folks. That's why I said there were a bunch of scrubs reading the stuff. But you know what you're looking for? There are the programs that you just put in the key words, and that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, it says here, senior
so
league
someone who has bad spelling, they would probably get away with it.
Yeah, it says here, senior league executives reviewed the content of more than 650,000 emails, including the one sent to the Journal that was reportedly written by Gruden to Allen. The NFL sent pertinent emails to the Raiders for review. And then, of course, it said that Gruden, said he didn't want to be a distraction, so that's why he resigned.
See, now other people are saying he was fired.
I'm pretty sure they came to him and said, you resign or we're going to publicly fire you. Now, also, it could have been his lawyer saying resign rather than being fired because for those who know or those who don't know, Mr. Gruden signed a 10-year, $100 million contract.
Whoa, Big Dog. I'm sorry. How much was that?
10 years, $100 million. And he was only in year 3 of that. So there is still $70 million on that contract. So by him resigning, that there may be a payout coming. Whether There will be a payout coming, I'm pretty sure. But resignation rather than fired, I think if he gets fired, you have to give a reason why you're firing, and there might have been of course, the morality clause in the contract, or something such as that would have prevented him to get a majority, if not all of that money. By him resigning, he might have a golden parachute written into that.
Sorry, big dog, but as I understand it, there is no guarantee for coaches unless it's specifically stated, and I don't know if Gruden had any guarantees on that.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know.
We can look it up in the contract. I don't think the Raiders are on the hook for this, for the money. Okay, as guaranteed money, is there a possible payout? There might be. Yeah, I'm with you on that, big dog. But
I'm not sure how it works in baseball, but I know in basketball, if you sign a 3 or 5 year contract and you get fired after year 2, the team owes you that 1 year. There's always a payout.
Oh yeah, if you have a 3-year contract and you're fired in that contract, you're out. You're going to get money. Yeah. So, but they all have morality clauses. They all have the force majeure. They're not. Since he resigned, I can't argue that, big dog. I think there may be some money there. If he was fired on this one, he's fired for cause. You see.
Yeah. See,
Folks, this is interesting. Okay. I have said things against my department on my personal experience. No one can change that. But on the other hand, you've heard me respect my department. Look, whenever there's a disaster, I'm telling you, the first ones that are out, we're out there. We are first responders. And I have named individuals that have wronged me. I don't speak ill of my department or my employer. I've spoken ill of individuals because of what they've done to me. And I have the proof. I have firsthand experience. So if I did something prior to being, they can't do anything to me. They can't. But in the case of Davis, this is a gray area that...
You mean Gruden?
I apologize, yeah. Gruden. He was indirectly involved with the NFL as an ESPN analyst because of the subject matter. I don't know where this is going to go. I am interested to see where it's going to go because this is a precedent. Either way, folks, it is a precedent, and this is going to affect. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen.
How old is Gruden?
Oh, I think he's in his 50s now.
Oh, that young? I thought he was older.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. But, all right. So, what else, big dog? Because I think we are at the end of the program.
He's 50. He's 58.
Okay. I thought he was in his early 50s, but I just didn't know any better.
Well, I mean, that's almost mid. It's 58. I mean, that's late. I mean, you weren't too far off there.
That's funny. Yeah, I guess.
I'm just wondering. Of course, I'm not defending him whatsoever, but I'm just okay. No, that throws that out the window too. I just wonder where he was born and raised, but he's born in Ohio, so I thought maybe he was like a good old Southern boy.
Oh yeah,
but he's not. He's born in Ohio, so
that's okay.
So
okay.
What are your feelings? Or do you want to make any predictions on the baseball series, or who you feel, feel will move on?
I really believe the Dodgers are going to take the Braves. And
Okay.
unfortunately, it looks like the A-holes are going to take Boston. I would like Boston to put it to the A-holes because of who they are, but the A-holes are still a good cheating team. So unfortunately, they're
So we'll
above.
have a
Yep, a rematch.
repeat of the cheater series.
Oh my god! And I cannot wait because the Dodgers. Oh my god! It's dude, they're already lip smacking. Waiting for this.
Okay, let's say that happens and they lose.
Well, oh
What does
well.
that do? What does that do to the Dodgers lore
Uh,
about saying they were cheated from where they were cheated by the Astros in that World Series? If
nothing's gonna change it because they were cheated out of it. They were. The a-holes did cheat. It reduces the cry factor because this is the match.
yeah,
It'll disappear to anonymity. I just oh it'll just give the a-holes reason to ignore the Dodgers at that point and anything in the future. They already had no consequences, big dog,
oh yes, I know.
which I was against that as you are a big dog, but I wasn't as vehement as you were
Yep.
because I'm a numbers guy. I don't like gaps. I don't like what's this? What do you mean no victories, no nothing? That it destroys what you've done and
But they
having
cheated. So what are you destroying? You're destroying them cheating, which is what they should. Which is what should have happened.
I'm
That's what
not
I'm
going to
saying. I
relitigate.
mean, it like I said, it's done all the time in NCAA when they have infractions and they've deemed that they cheated the system so that they could get the unfair advantage. They stripped them of their title. I don't see, I don't see the problem with it. Wasn't there a time in World War II maybe or World War One where there was no World Series one year? Didn't they skip the World Series one year? Can't remember if it was World War One, World War Two. I thought there was a year that they did not have a World Series.
I don't recall. There was question about them actually playing, but Roosevelt said, nope, this is good for the national psyche. We need it. Baseball will be played. I don't recall offhand if there was one canceled. Um, I know something happened in the early part of the century where I believe there was no World Series, but I don't recall them not playing in World War II or having a World Series canceled during World War II, other than 1994. There was one in the early part of the century. So I guess if we do a search for canceled World Series. Oh, 1904.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that was the one in the early part of the century. It was a personal dispute. And in 94, it was money. Greed.
See, so I mean, if you're going to cancel it for greed, I don't see why you wouldn't cancel it for cheating. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying that you're a numbers guy and stuff, but that throws your theory out the window.
No, big
It,
dog.
it it's
Look,
happened
this
twice
this is
now.
why I grow impatient because I mentioned to you that you were vehement from the start.
Yeah.
Back then, my stance was the thinking of the completeness of the season, and then you slammed it, and I was like, okay, fine. I'm not gonna go any further.
No, I'm just going
All
by
right,
what you
and that's
said.
why
I'm going by what you said 5 minutes ago. That you said you're a
that's what I
numbers.
said. You big dog, you didn't hear me. I said my thinking when this was starting was I'm one for completeness, and so I wasn't making a big deal, and then you cut me off. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna relitigate it.
Well, I was just letting you know how it feels.
Fair enough. And there it is. And that's why I said I just let it go at that point. So, and I just, you know, knowing what has happened, the a-holes got away with it. And
Oh yeah, and
there was no price that paid by them.
and exactly that's exactly what I said. You didn't strip them of their titles. You didn't take their ring away. They didn't get dinged on, or did they get dinged on draft
Free
picks,
agency? No.
free agency? See, nothing. So in
These
essence,
players are earning the same
yeah.
amount of money.
So in essence, you're telling these guys, you guys can go ahead and cheat, even if we catch you, nothing's going to happen. And the next time it happens that a team cheats, they can use the Astros if they get penalized. They can use the Astros as a prime example if it happens again in baseball. Well, you do nothing to them. Why are you doing it to us?
Lots of issues with America's pastime. And they're not going to be fixed anytime soon.
Nope. You got to get that guy sitting up on the ivory tower out of there.
It's a moron. It's flat out moron. What are we going to do?
Well, here's an oxymoron. He's a smart moron because he's doing just enough to stay in that job. That's paying him millions and millions of dollars a year.
Yeah, I don't know what the stance is from the owners on this guy. I really don't.
I was going to ask that. Well, I mean, do you have a gauge, or have you ever?
No,
heard
this
any...
time I don't. It's alien to me. It's been very quiet. There've been no rumblings about it. Of course, as soon as the season is over, we're going to have a feel from writers, and all of a sudden they're going to be saying, "Oh, as I've been saying all along," which is bullshit because no one has. But people, the armchair historians or the armchair revisionists are going to be making their presence felt. So I believe generally baseball revenues are up, attendance is up, even in COVID, folks. You look at the numbers. I have to get the impression that they have a favorable opinion, but long term, I don't know. I don't know.
And the player's contract is up next year, or is it this season?
Oh, I think it's this year now. I think it's done. So
in the next month or so, the contract's over?
I believe so. I will verify it.
Wow.
I know collective bargaining agreement of Major League Baseball. After 2021, this is it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
it's the one that we've been waiting for.
How do you feel?
Oh,
what is your gut
baseball
feeling?
players are going on strike. Oh, God. It's going to be nasty from the attitude of the players. Players believe that they've been snookered and that baseball has done them wrong at every avenue and everything. The baseball players. And it's like, dude, you guys have agreed to the last 3 contracts. I've said since we've been on air, Donald Fear is rolling in his grave because of all the givebacks that Major League Baseball's had. So the players are mad at the owners when they should be mad at themselves.
Yeah.
And I don't, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he's passed away. No, he's still alive. Donald Fear. I'm so sorry. Yes, I said he's rolling in his grave.
Well, that's why. That's how angry he is about this. He's rolling in his grave. He's not even dead yet.
He was one of the shrewdest negotiators ever. And on the other end of the spectrum, what was the guy? Ewing's agent? What was his name?
Yeah, I don't remember.
That fool.
Well, it was Ewing. It was Ewing that did the agreement.
He was the president, but it was being pushed by the agent. Was it Kaufman?
Oh, I don't remember his name.
Patrick Ewing's. How do you spell his name?
Ewing.
Yeah. That guy was a fool. Remember, he was involved in all that stuff. Oh, he's an agent now. Patrick Ewing.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I thought he was a coach in Georgetown. You can't be an agent if you're a head coach. He coaches Georgetown. I think he took over for Thompson. Once Thompson retired or passed away or whatever it was, I thought Ewing was coaching Georgetown.
Patrick Ewing Jr. works for McInerney Associates,
That's
so it's another
Junior.
guy.
Yeah,
It's another
it's
guy.
his son who tried to play pro ball and never worked out for him. I think he was maybe in for a season or two.
So it's the kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
because okay, but anyway, so there it is. All right, folks. We went over a lot this morning. It got pretty heavy there for a little while, but it's real. It is what
Yep.
it is. And I know you didn't comment at the time because you were in the car, Big Dog. But I believe that you also had the experience of the suburban lifestyle growing up.
Yeah, I heard what you guys were saying. Yeah, everything was pretty much true.
Yeah. Yeah, folks, this we're all over the place, but the CBA, the players are just pissed off. They've been pissed off for a long time. So I don't think there's going to be a quick resolution.
And usually it's the mid to lower tier guys, which makes up the majority of the league, that want the fairness and such. Because the superstars, they don't want to rock the boat because they're getting paid 30 and 25, $30 million a year. Those guys are just fine. I'm pretty sure they're happy with everything that's going on. It's the guys that are making $5, $6, $7 million or less. Those are the ones that are feeling it. And that's usually the way it goes across the board. The guys, the top tier guys, the Tom Brady's of the world, are the ones that don't care. The LeBron James, the Hardens, the Kevin Durant, those type of top tier players, they're just fine because they're earning $45 million a year, $40 million a year, $50 million a year. They're fine with the contract the way it is. I'm almost positive. I mean, would you agree to that, scorekeeper? That the top tier guys, the upper echelon guys, they probably don't want the boat to rock at all.
No, because I think they want more money. I think everyone wants more money, no matter what. And the thing in basketball, wow, it's really unique in basketball the way it's working. I believe as a whole they're happier. In the NFL, no, they're not happy. And in baseball, some guys want to go back. Both management and players want to go back to the idea of free agency, but the owners don't want it changed. They like the way it is right now.
Yeah. And in the NBA, I think it's getting out of hand. The next big contract, which I think James Harden's the one that Kevin Durant just got, or someone else that's going to be up for it. Maybe it's Giannis next year. If he gets that contract, the mega extension, blah 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 contract that keeps you with your team, I believe he's going to be earning $52 or $53 million per year. That is getting outrageous. One guy on your team, scorekeeper, one person is going to be earning about 45% of your salary for the entire team. One player. Do the math, sir. The salary cap, I believe, is going to be $123 million next year. Giannis, if he gets this extension, will be earning $53 million.
44.72%. 123, right? Salary cap?
Yeah, I believe it's going to be 123. It's either 123 or 121. So let's say 123.
God damn it, Big Dog. Are you ever going to take this seriously?
Well, 122 then. We'll split the difference.
Okay. How much was it again? Not the
I believe I think 53 is what he's going to be his average salary.
43.44%.
So one person is going to earn 43% of your salary.
Okay. Donald Fear was asked that question back in the 90s and 2000s, but don't you have a fear that one or two guys in the team are going to be the ones that are going to earn the money and everyone else will not? And Donald Fear said, if it is a free agent market and if that's where it goes, then that's where it goes.
And I agree with that. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to begrudge anybody that, to earn what you can, because, at any instant your career can be over in any of the sports. But the thing is, as an owner, yes, you want the superstars, but still you have to be able to put the complementary players around them. And the way that the teams have been going, you need at least two megastars. And now it seems like we're heading towards three megastars, back to the old three main stars, to field a championship caliber team.
Well, until the dynamics of the NBA changes, Big Dog, Miami changed it. Miami established the three mega stars. I'm sorry, the two mega stars and the one star that brought them together.
And in actuality, I understand the way you're saying, but it actually
Chris
was
Bosh,
not.
yeah.
Huh? No, it was not Miami that started this. It was done a few years before that, and that was the. Wait a minute. When that was what year? Can't fucking remember. That was in the 2010s. So yeah, okay. So no, it was
after
done
the Lakers
actually.
Run.
Huh?
That was after the Lakers run.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say, the three-headed monster, so to speak, was actually established earlier in 2008 when Kevin Garnett went to the Boston Celtics, and it was Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen and what's his face that retired and played for the Clippers for a bit.
Oh yes, and he's now, I believe, a
Yeah, he's on ESPN commentating, or ABC, or whatever the hell it is. He just got in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Recently retired.
Yes.
I don't like the guy, but his commentary and his opinion is so insightful.
Yes, he's very good. He's very good at what he does. I will give him that. Of course, he was famous for being carted off. Remember, he was carried off in that Laker game in 2008. Then they miraculously came back to help them win. A la Willis Reed back in '71.
Whoa! Miraculous comebacks. Shall we talk about Isaiah Thomas? Broken everything, and he's back the next game. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm talking about. He suffered a major.
Yeah, the major sprain, but he played though. Remember, he played. He didn't go out. He played, because remember, he scored 25 points. I still remember it.
I'm not making up the situation. He should have been out, but he makes a miraculous recovery.
He ended up scoring 25 points in the third quarter against Michael Cooper, one of the best defenders in the league at the time, or maybe the best defender in the league at the time. But anyways, yeah. And, in an interview earlier this year, God damn it, I can't think of his name. Every time I want to say it, it's Ray Allen, but it's not Ray Allen. It was the other one. But anyways, they asked him about him being carted off, and he admitted that he did tweak his ankle or knee or whatever it was that he tweaked, but it wasn't that bad. He said he did do it for dramatics, and that the reason why he really left the court was because he had to go to the bathroom. He admitted that.
Okay. Wow.
So,
there are some interesting articles right now of what the issues are in Major League Baseball. And apparently the players are bent out of shape over the drafts because they say it limits entry into baseball. I don't understand how it does. If you're not drafted, then you're a free agent and can be signed by the
Paul Pierce.
Don't get that. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We knew.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the players want early arbitration. They want to reconfigure free agency. It's not going to happen, folks. When you have the free agency where you can lose draft picks, teams are not interested. teams are not interested in losing that because you have 20 teams that are going to lose players to 10. You think they're going to give up the draft pick? Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Scoring Weaver, when in baseball, when a minor leaguer or just whoever it is gets signed to the major league contract as a rookie, how many years is it?
There is a limitation on how much you can pay players now.
The reason why I'm asking is because in the NBA, when you sign a rookie, like let's say when Caruso came into the league with the Lakers, actually no, he was a two-way player. When Kyle Kuzma came into the team with the Lakers as a rookie, you sign a 4-year rookie contract. It's for 4 years, and then after 3 years, the Lakers can extend it, or the team can extend it another year. But that rookie is tied to your team for a minimum of 3 years. Is there such a rule, or how is that contract for a Major League Baseball player rookie? What are they, or can they be, go into free agency in year 2?
No. The team owns them.
Yeah, okay. No,
Sorry. Oh, I just lost the audience.
The Major League Baseball team owns the contract of the player for how many years?
I think it's also 6 years in the minor leagues.
Wow, 6 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah. When you look at 10 years, they qualify for a contract.
Yeah.
You see, folks, one of the big problems that Major League Baseball players have is the owners got smart in offering upfront deals guaranteed to get the arbitration years, which was a wonderful mechanism in baseball to increase salaries. But instead, players were taking security overall. And when you look at it, it's up in the air as far as players, but they feel that they're being denied. Well, folks, stop signing these early deals. Aaron Hicks with the Yankees 2 years ago signed a 7-year, $70 million contract. He's turning out to be hurt all the time, but he's guaranteed $70 million.
So the contract worked out for him.
For him.
Now, on the flip side, let's say we could use Aaron Judge. I mean, another fellow Yankee. If he would have signed a 10-year, $70 million contract, the Yankees would be salivating at that thing because they know they would have gotten him dirt cheap.
Maybe so, but the Yankees don't really sign them early.
No, I'm just giving that as an example. Where those type of contracts when you sign,
I believe it's for other people.
Yeah, when you're signing, when you're saying signing these early contracts.
Look, the Dodgers did it with the guy that's now out of baseball, and I think his contract's finally over. The one who licks the bat.
Yeah, Yasiel Puig.
Sheesh.
So it's a hit and miss. I mean, these young guys that they hear $70 million, 10 years guaranteed. And if you come from, anywhere, poverty level or just above poverty level that you've known for 18 years or 20 years of your life, you're gonna jump at that type of a deal. And you hope that after those 10 years, you're you're at least an all-star, or you can command, $15-20 million a year. And if you don't, well, you still have that original $70 million,
Baseball has the arcane rule, a first contract rule. So a lot has to do with that. Once you sign your first contract and you're done with it, then the rules change a little bit. There's a little bit more movement.
Okay.
And if a team lets you go from a contract, they don't own you for 6 years if they let you go.
Yeah.
So players get released.
So a player that signed, let's say, once again, I'm still gonna use that 10-year, $70 million contract. So
Aaron Hicks was 7 years.
Okay, well, whatever it was, 7 years, $70 million. So in essence, $10 million a year. After, let's say, 4 years, the team that has him this kid, it just ain't working out. We've sent him down to the minors. We brought him back, and he's just not working. We're going to release him. But there's still 3 years left on his contract. Does the team still owe him those 3 years worth of pay?
Yeah, almost all contracts are guaranteed.
Okay.
And remember, they were getting out of control. Todd Van Poppel signed that ridiculous deal. It turned out to be nothing, but he got his money up front, and he was signed to, I think, a 4-year deal, $10 million at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he got his money. It's guaranteed. Baseball contracts are guaranteed. The only ones that are not guaranteed are the non-guaranteed contracts, invitation to free agents, to spring training,
and football contracts.
Actually, there is not, and listen to me, folks, there is no guaranteed contracts in the NFL.
Yep.
What they do is they guarantee money.
Yep.
So it effectively, yeah. They'll
That's
pay
why.
them the
That's
money.
why, folks, when we talk about, in the offseason that Tom Brady signed a 3-year, $100 million contract with $68 million of it guaranteed. That's the money that's guaranteed.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's a big chunk of it when you're a name. But remember, oh man, who was that? What was he? Scorekeeper. He was a defensive tackle, or he was on the D line, and I think it was with the Redskins, or maybe it was the Chiefs. And he signed like $100 million contract for like 7 years, 6 years, whatever. And then they cut him in spring training or in training camp because remember he couldn't make weight. Remember he was too heavy. This is maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yeah,
big name, and he signed a mega contract, and he came in really overweight, really out of shape, and he couldn't even do the dailies. Remember that? And then they finally just cut. They were like, you know what? We're releasing you because you can't even perform your regular duties. I think it was the Reds. Oh man, because I remember it being a red uniform. So I'm thinking the Redskins or the Chiefs, but I'm leaning towards the Redskins. Well, at the time they were called the Redskins. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just don't remember his name right now.
But you remember the circumstance. Remember that he.
Yeah, and
he signed that
only
mega
got
deal,
the guaranteed money, which wasn't that much compared to the overall. The guaranteed monies have gone up exponentially over there. I believe this kid from Kansas City, his guaranteed money is like 70 to 80 million.
Oh, Mahomes?
Yeah. And actually, I think it's more than that.
Yeah, he signed a ridiculous contract. But
I mean, he's signed the contract now. He sucks. Just kidding.
Well, the Seahawks are having a worse time, and of course now with what's his face, Russell out now. Oh, that's what we forgot to mention on this during the episode. For the people that picked the Seahawks, that remember Russell is out for the next 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, did I go with the Seahawks? I don't think
I think Roz went with the Seahawks. I think she was the only one.
Hey, Roz.
She likes the colors.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's probably watching right now. I'm so sorry.
She likes the fluorescent green.
Yeah, let me see. Seahawks. Oh, my God. I went with the Seahawks. Oh, my God.
You can change it. I mean, it is. The game hasn't happened yet.
Yes, I'm changing it. Oh, geez. I don't know what the hell
you forgot also that Russell was out.
Oh, mother of mercy. I'm changing that one right now. Woo-hoo. That was stupid. Oh, my goodness. That is funny. I blew that one big time, big dog. Yeah, I'm going over the page as we speak. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I wasn't thinking. So, we'll see. Will we see you next Saturday, big dog? Because Friday,
I know what
is
it
the
is.
day that
Actually, Saturday is the day. Should be Saturday. Thought it was on Saturday.
I sorry. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, it's
I
Saturday.
was looking at 2020.
Probably,
23rd. That's what I was asking.
probably not. I mean, I
Okay.
might come on after because, like you with 9/11, 8:17 is the time for me. So, uh, we'll see. With so much all the other stuff going on at the same time,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm changing that one right now. Oh! Did we get breaking news?
Oh, ESPN's board.
Oh, probably.
The ticker on that was, should we sound the alarms in LA? The Lakers went 0-6 in preseason. What's going to happen to the team?
Yeah, we already talked about that crap. That's stupid. Okay, yes, I'm going to the main one. I'm changing it. Geez, sorry, Roz, I'm not with you on that one. Wow. Oh, I just changed it. It's been adjusted. Wow. Me no likey that one. All right.
Hopefully Almighty will give us his picks before tomorrow.
Yeah, he probably will. All right. Mr. Hernandez, thank you. Ruben Hernandez gave us a like on Sports Talk with the Guys. I believe he may be watching us right now, so thank you. Whenever they like on the personal page, it doesn't show up here on StreamYard, so it's good. For right now, folks, without getting a little overly dramatic, I'm probably not going to be doing Monday Night America for a while I work through the health situation that I have. I'm feeling peppy today. I'm up, feel good, but most of the time I actually don't. So I am tired. The season ended yesterday, October 15th. So I'm done for a bit. But I'm going to be doing Monday Night America or any other night only if we have a guest. Right now, I am basically pulling every other program. I believe I may do a Jedi Tax Online episode, but that would be it. And Sports Talk with the Guys. It's really taking a lot prepping for those episodes, and it takes a lot of energy. So I'm sorry to say, Monday Night America will probably be on the hiatus for the time being, unless we have a guest. So you're all better off. You don't have to deal with me.
Nah. Scorekeeper, let's go get some chili cheese fries and some spicy hot wings with extra jalapenos on it.
Are you serious?
You can't eat any of that. No, I'm not kidding. I'll have to drag you to the hospital to get your stomach pumped.
I will die happy.
That is true. It's just like when I tell my kids, let's go to the amusement park. They're like, you can't go.
Go where?
An amusement park.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Dude,
they're like, you can't go, and I'm like, I can go. I can ride the ride once. They don't find that very funny.
Yeah, I don't find it kind of funny, but I get it. I find it intellectually amusing. That's about it. Because you are right on that one. Oh, by the way, in baseball, this one game sudden death wild card, no. And not because the Yankees lost. I've never been a fan of a one game sudden death in a wild card playoff. I get it for the one game playoff after the season. Those work. But this one game, I'm just not a fan of it. But it's okay.
So you'd want what, best of 3?
I guess, yeah. But look, Boston won flat out. Yankees didn't show up. They got beat. They didn't choke. They got beat. Bad, ugly, horribly. They didn't show up. Boston was dialed in and they won. Look at that game again. Cole was throwing 99 miles an hour. Bullshit, folks. Cole was there. But when you saw Schwarber just unload, look at that at bat again. Schwarber was dialed in. He knew that pitch was coming, guessed right. Oh my God, I think that ball is still traveling into the night. Boston was dialed in. I can readily acknowledge it. They beat all ass. They beat all ass big. So, and I think that's why we have the audience that we do, Big Dog, because we're honest. We
Yeah,
can
that is
admit
true.
we're not in denial. We're in denial of our age. Oh yeah.
We have our teams that we love and are gonna, bleed for, but at the same time, we are fans of the sport, and we will, if our team does bad, we will say they do bad. But of course, at the same time, when they do good, we are gonna gloat. At least I
You
will.
see, I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Well, I only go to the Clipper fans.
Oh yeah, I go after Reds fans. I go, and to a lesser extent, I do go after Red Sox fans, and I go after Clipper fans too. Oh, it's just too easy. It's way too easy. Big Dog was there when that happened. When I got the dirty looks
Yeah,
from that girl over there, like, hey, this isn't a Staples. I mean, this isn't a Lakers game. Get out of here, ho! Don't give
just
me that
like
attitude. You're
just
at a
like
Clippers game.
Jason posted a meme. And Jason loves to stir the pot on Facebook, but in a fun way. And he posted. He said y'all know who the bad guys really are. It's the Dodgers, the Lakers, and the Raiders. He goes, those guys are the ones that do all the things bad all the time. We all know who the good guys in white really are, which of course to him would be the Cowboys, the Rangers, and the OKC Thunder. So I, smart ass that I am, answered back, whatever lets you sleep better at night, Jason. You can sleep. You can go to sleep hugging your 7 titles across those 3. And I put in parentheses your 5 from the Cowboys and your 1 from the Oklahoma City Thunder when they were the Seattle Supersonics, and 0 from your Texans. I go, but me, I'll go to sleep very, very soundly with my 27 titles, which are 17 from the Lakers, 7 from the Dodgers, and 10 from the Raiders. And I will sleep very soundly. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, he also said the Niners were part of the bad guys.
That's funny.
Hard to believe it takes 3 LA teams championships to equal just yours. And I'm counting the Raiders as an LA team. Sorry,
Yeah, no, it's all right.
but still.
Oh, good. It is good. It's all right. All right. Well, then, appreciate it. Maybe I'll see you a little bit later on today, Big Dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna. If you want to go and catch a movie today, maybe we could do that.
We'll see. I'll let you know. I gotta go to storage. I'm gonna have to put a couple things on auction to help cover the costs of what we're trying to get to.
Folks, visit our Facebook pages. We do have an ask. We never ask you for anything other than the commitment to the program, but we do have a personal ask. And check out the Big Dogs page. I shared it yesterday.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I'm sorry.
You
I
have
don't know what I was thinking.
You have millions and millions of followers, so that it'll help.
Dude, these ants only want me for the food that's in the office. I don't call them followers. Oh, wait a minute. No, they are, because I'm stepping all over them all the time. Oh, okay. Too bad I couldn't rustle up the ant army. But it's all right. Folks, it's going to be good. I am going to be up early to watch the game. So I may be talking a little bit of crap. I have no vested interest in the game other than the game. But I'm probably going to be up at 6:30 a.m. I might be chirping a little bit on the Sports Talk with the Guys game.
Oh, the football game at 6:30?
Yeah, I might
okay.
be chirping a little bit. The Dolphins and Jaguars. So
you should have a chat back and forth with Aisha. It'll be perfect for her. Probably the afternoon. It'd be about 2:00 for her.
I saw her post. She was very frustrated. She couldn't get through on the Facebook one. She was the one that was pinging. It was the Facebook page. That's why I'm like, and then you're like, now you're hearing things. I was not hearing things, so I should have remembered that. And I finally am like, oh my God, it's Aisha. She's been commenting. She was mad too. My First Amendment rights are being denied. Oh my God.
Does she usually listen on your page or?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna have to talk to her. But it was kind of funny. I mean, she always comments.
Yeah.
But she couldn't get the comments this time for whatever reason. She was frustrated, the poor soul. When you go back and see the comment, you'll see, dude, she was frustrated. Oh, man.
Facebook's been kind of janky the last week and a
Hey,
half.
hey, don't compare Facebook and the Yankees. Stop it. You're being a jerk now, big dog. All right. Well, either way, I'm going to see if I can get out this weekend. But as it is, folks, I am now getting tired. I am feeling it. And I'm going to go and rest up for a bit and see what happens. So, big dog, that's you.
Yep, that's me. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Be safe. Watch sports. Enjoy everything. Enjoy the family. Have fun with friends. Don't drink and drive. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. Call a friend. Call a Lyft. Call Uber. Call somebody. Just don't get behind the wheel. So have a safe weekend.
Peace!
See ya.